Welcome everybody to I messed up the dang thing, damn it. To the Tuesday night game here on the Praetors Rejects channel.
That is an interesting shot.
Wow.
Why is it got so much
Start
of a...
over. Just start it over.
Try again.
We're trying again. Oh, there we go. That's how I can fix it.
Damn it, Duff.
If I just had an RP overlay. If I just had an RP overlay, Duff. Hey, there we go.
You had one job, Duff, of the many thousands, but one job.
Yeah, one in particular. I'll just do that right there. Okay, we'll try this again. Yeah, we're the Tuesday game here on the Praetors Rejects channel. We play typically the Dragon of Icespire Peak game. And we are on Sleeping Dragon's Wake, but in lieu of the new year being right around the corner, similar to how last Thursday, the Thursday night game, did a year in recap kind of roundtable discussion, I thought I would go ahead and just copy that. Yeah, there it is.
You're honest.
Yeah, I know.
Very original.
We're just going to do this.
Okay.
Pop out. Bam.
Not the hot chocolate.
The hot chalky.
Not the table.
Oh no! Our table.
The table.
It's broken.
Woefully unprepared. We do be the
I said we
rejects.
put Sam in the map view, so he's just
Me
the whole
in the
screen.
map view. I don't
Yeah.
agree with that.
Yeah.
Just the
Why is it-
entire.
There we go. I wasn't popping you out. There we
You
go.
put chat in there.
I could.
True.
That requires another window to be made, and I am the
Oh.
big lazy.
Okay.
At least you're honest.
Yeah?
Just put the
He
picture I'm
seatbelts
putting
it.
in chat there.
No, I don't think Twitch would appreciate that.
I
I'll
think it's
I'll
fine.
buff.
I think it's fine.
There we go. That works.
It's a pretty accurate description of what's gonna happen.
Tonight? Yeah, definitely. It should be a pretty fun evening, I hope.
Famous last words.
At least we
We're
probably
gonna
don't
get
die.
TPK'd.
Oh, never mind.
TPK on your night off? Never.
This is how we die.
TPK game.
TPK Games. Tell us about it.
God, no.
The dark goods of Dice and Dice Tower and all your Dungeons and Dragons needs.
Lagasp.
Tell me more.
And then Druid's Den. She puts up with Duff, so buy stuff.
That that is fairly accurate. No complaints.
I mean, if you buy stuff, then she can afford the divorce.
That
Oh,
is true.
we're going
I
there.
feel like I know way too much. That I
You
don't
know
need to
nothing.
We need to bring down the energy.
Mick Ribs and Andrew McCarthy.
No, stop. No McRibs.
Why not?
Because ribs are gross.
We really trying to
They are
not be
gross.
aired today, huh?
Duff about to cancel us.
Gotta hop into this voice chat.
Lasted the year in the show.
Yeah. We lasted
Hi,
almost a
guys.
year, guys. January 4th is our 1 year mark, so we almost made it.
Woo! Oh,
Almost. It's almost good enough.
In some places it is. So,
that's my life.
in lieu of everything that's happened this year, all the adventures that you guys have managed to survive, and my constant threats of a TPK that never come to fruition, with all of the things that have happened, what would you guys say we're gonna hit it real big here at the beginning, your least favorite moment of the entire campaign has been so far?
Killing Sammy the Crab.
I think Wes highly disagrees.
Highly disagree.
Um,
Any scene that Zagus was in.
any RP with Zagus is just literal torture.
Oh my god.
True.
Rough.
The worst.
That is
It's not wrong.
fairly factual, I suppose.
I mean, for me, it's just learning what I can and can't do in D&D. I think is my least favorite. is being like, I want to do this, and you'd be like, but you can't. I'm like, well, okay.
But what if you let me?
But hear me out.
You can certainly try.
Yeah. Well, didn't work. Well, I would say that's probably my least favorite, but also
moment?
my favorite. I don't know, just favorite of D&D so far. Of the campaign, I'm not sure yet. Somebody else knows.
Learning all the characters' backstory baggage was my least favorite moment.
Aren't you glad I didn't give you any backstory baggage then?
True. Thank you, Wes. This is why they were the last two. Sister's still here for now, but
At the moment.
Well, for today.
For
Yeah.
today. Sister, I made Sister's replacement, and I honestly don't think she's gonna be better.
Well, this is how we die.
No one is better than
Well,
Sister.
Sister is kind of OP, so
I don't
Mhm.
think Sister's OP.
you're OP.
all right. Let's take away that hollow spell then.
Yeah.
So are we saying that Sister wasn't OP before the Hollow spell?
No.
No, she was.
No. Spirit Guardians is doable.
That's
Ooh.
fair.
I guess Leah leaving was probably my least favorite. I
Yeah,
did not like
Preach.
Leah left, but
me either.
I liked it though. It was a good story.
good
Great
story.
I
Good
mean, it
story.
sucked. It sucked for the party, but
Yeah.
Sister will never recover.
Sister will remember this.
Forever.
But you did get to bring in Evelyn.
I did get to bring in Evelyn, which is
Another
super
orphan.
cool. She's not an orphan. Nope. She has a
Just a
family.
runaway?
Hold on. Mallory has a type. Leave her alone.
I like the sad ones, okay? God.
I like the thieves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the sad ones with daddy issues.
Mhm. Mhm.
I do
Well,
love
actually,
a good
this
daddy
one's
issue.
Evelyn has mommy issues, not daddy
Oh.
issues. I think you guys know that.
Close enough.
We do.
Close enough.
Well, I don't think we know that in character.
Yeah, I've said that I don't like my mom.
Oh,
That she's
Okay.
like awful.
Yeah, but we don't know your whole situation.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Mhm.
nobody asked about
I
that.
don't even know you have a sister.
You guys know that.
Sagas
do.
found out.
I'd better.
Oh. Maybe it's just sister.
I think it because you've just been sad.
I think you've been too busy moping and pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have been pretty emotional these days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I have a question since we're harping on Mallory.
Okay.
So everyone at this table, besides you, obviously has some experience either playing or running D&D, either 5e or other versions, whatever. You don't.
Right.
So 2 questions for you. First question, what made you decide to try it, and then what brought you to the Praetors Rejects?
Facebook brought me to Praetors Rejects because I joined a group on Facebook, and Sammy was like, "I'm looking for new players," and I was like, "Great, here you go." And I think I just responded to Sam, and he was like, "Great, yeah, like let's just sit down and talk." And then I mean, I think a lot of people's reason for joining D&D is Critical Role. So I just caught on to Critical Role, and I was like, that looks actually like a lot of fun. Like, it looks like a lot of fun, and I would just want to try. I want to see how it goes. Like, my favorite game ever is Skyrim, and if I can make a character that's kind of like that and kind of play her how I want to, and like give her words and give her a personality that I want to give her, then that's fucking awesome. So that's pretty much what brought me to it.
Too bad no games can ever live up to the Matt Mercer and his crew.
It doesn't matter. Like, we get to make this our own. You know what I mean? Like, this is our own little game. It's our own personalities, and we make our own story. I think that's fucking cool.
We just got to get Sammy to be better at his accents, and that's it.
He's great.
Oh, he left.
I
Didn't hear that.
was just gonna say, I would just,
It's all right. Start saying
Wanted-
everything now.
I want to do one, like, where I don't show up and he has to do Evelyn.
Hmm
I'm just curious.
Oh, by the way, fuck you, Def.
Language.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Don't
Oh.
hours. I thought you said don't curse. My bad.
My
I mean, both
my
are probably.
apologies.
what he was thinking.
Probably. So how have you liked it so far?
It's so much fun. I get so excited coming to play, and I love it. Obviously I think the best parts of D&D are the RP. I think that's what makes D&D. And I love that we never know what we expect from each other. It's fun.
Fair.
I love it. I like killing things too. It's fun.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh,
Okay,
Oh,
Murder
dear.
Hobo.
But like
Oh.
off of that, how long has everybody been playing?
Jesus, I've been playing since I was 8.
Really?
So what's that? 30-something years.
Wow.
Me and Sam started our first 5e game on Praetors about 3 years ago.
I've been playing for 3 years because that's how long I've been in my offline campaign.
I think I've been playing for 2 years.
And how did you guys all get started?
Reddit.
Well, no, not to D&D. Jaff started us to D&D.
I was thinking about the Praetor community, yeah, but we
Oh, well,
we had
yeah.
a friend that wanted to play Pathfinder, so we played with him. And then moved to 5e.
Gotcha.
Reddit. I made a Reddit post is how I found, or Duff found me, I guess, and that's how we got
And
into
then
the
I was
Thursday
dragged
night
into
slot.
that.
Yeah, and so was our buddy Jaffison.
Jaffson?
Yep,
Caleb.
Jaffison
Jaff.
Cakes. He plays in the Thursday game. He's
Gotcha.
brother, you know.
Gotcha.
One of my friends posted, and actually, I didn't know Yang. Like, I know Yang because of D&D. We weren't friends before then. Somebody posted on Facebook, like, yo, I really want to try D&D. And I was like, yo, kind of same.
Nice. That's awesome.
I started kind of the same way most people, most boomers did. That of my age. We got the what is now referred to as the Red Box, which was a version of I believe it was AD&D's, which is second edition, back in the 80s. And I would sit in my basement with my brother and our friends, and we would roll up characters and kill things, and did it terribly. But coming to the channel, I came to the channel via the Smiteworks or the Fantasy Grounds forums. Duff posted in there needing someone for one of his old Tuesday game, and I was like, yeah, screw it, I'll try it. So I applied, and he's regretted it ever since.
Per usual.
Still trying to make a time machine to go back in time.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe then we could abolish the McRib.
That would be great. And maybe Duff could try harder to kill my characters.
He did do it, though.
No, I killed my characters. I just let him do it.
So I guess a question for the earlier editions, was there RP in the earlier editions, or does that come later? Has there always been?
It depends on the group. So the other editions were more focused on the character build and the adventure. When 5e was developed, they actually specifically developed it to be heavy RP. That's why they put in the flaws and the bonds and all that stuff. That's all brand new to D&D with 5e. That was never there before. Before it was more technical, where you had things like THAC0, which don't ask me to explain it. I don't even get it.
2-hit armor class.
2-hit armor class 0.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was more about the numbers and it was more focused on I don't want to say the min-maxing, but it was more focused on the strategy of the adventuring as opposed to playing the characters.
That's
Well,
cool.
and having played Pathfinder and kind of 3.5, it's definitely, a step down in the RP, but I would say the heavy RP stuff did hit in Pathfinder. Because those modules by Paizo are written spectacularly.
Yeah, and I've played in parties that were very RP heavy, in earlier editions. But it depends on the group. And I've played in 5e games that had 0 RP. It really depends on the group themselves. Like I've played games where, like, we spend all this time creating character, we have bonds and flaws, and they're never even talked about again. So it really does depend on who you're with.
Yeah, I think we have a pretty good balance.
Yeah.
RP
Yeah.
and stuff.
I would say you
I
guys
do.
are pretty fair.
Except for that Zagus guy, he doesn't know how to play RP to save his life.
I
doesn't
sit
wanna
there and I
talk to
try
his
to yell
party.
at him. I try to yell at him across the way. He doesn't want to talk.
Ugh.
Ever. Huh?
He can't RP himself out of a paper bag.
Oh my gosh.
Honestly, I don't even know how Duff has put up with me on this channel. Honestly, but
We just need to server ban you.
yeah, it's been real, guys.
Bye.
God, thank God.
Yeah.
I never thought we would get
Finally.
rid of him.
God,
Maybe now we can actually play a game.
Honestly.
no, Sam's
Right,
gonna
new
put this
game,
on.
new
enjoy
game.
the
Yeah, right?
Would you guys change anything about your characters' decisions throughout any of the campaign?
Yes.
What would you change?
I think I would lean less on the alcoholic.
It's too far
But-
gone now.
Yeah, it's fun and it's funny and I like playing the quirky characters, but that's not how I initially had it in mind, and it just kind of happened. But yeah, I think if I could change anything, I would probably lay up more off of that. But now it's so his character, I couldn't get rid of it if I wanted to.
I would probably change a couple of things about playing Leah, but that's also because she was my first character and I didn't understand how to play off of her like flaws and how to I just pretty much was just saying some stuff and then all of a sudden it became me just like flipping people off just for fun. Like that's what I actually do. I just flip people off and tell them to go away.
It was fun.
Yeah. So I think there were a couple of, I can't think of them at the top of my head, but a couple of things that Leah did or said where I was like, she probably actually would have said that instead. Can't think of it though.
When I made Sister, I was just looking at the party comp and was like, I'll just be a cleric. But Sister had no real point. She was just a character that is like, alright. I just made her, put her on a platter, and just put her out there. She had no point in anything.
Did you have a backstory for her made, or are you like Wes, where you just kind of let it?
I based Sister off of one of my other characters, and I just borrowed from that backstory. But I never really made Sister her own thing. So. Like the other character that I had also had emotional issues. So.
Who doesn't?
Zagus, apparently. He's the most like.
Zagus is the most emo of us all.
He's the poster child.
No,
No.
absolutely not.
I would
Zagus has a lot of
not-
faults. It's just
The
one of his
poster party
flaws
leader.
isn't. His flaw isn't necessarily something that like affects decision making. It's just more of something that affects his mentality.
Mm-hmm.
But
That makes him so mean.
He just gets aggro.
he's not necessarily mean. He just has a very high sense of what he thinks is right.
He's
Yeah.
just a douche. There's
It's
a
very
difference.
annoying.
That is
It's like,
true.
it
He's
gets
very
us into a lot
Karen-ish.
of fights.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, wait a second. No, this guy's on that side. He
The
dies.
Zagus's
What?
point of view is he's gonna once he puts his mind to something, he's gonna go do it. And if you guys come along, great. But he's still gonna do it if you don't.
That's fair. I guess kind of bouncing off of that, because we all got kind of aggro on the ship. Could we have saved Arya?
Probably not.
Maybe like I think a divine intervention would be really the only way.
I
Yeah,
did not
she-
have
she
divine intervention at that
pursued-
point.
She pursued her own goals and dealt with the consequences.
Unfortunate.
I
Like you
mean,
do.
would there be something we could have done if we were a higher level? Maybe, but at our level,
It would have
and
been hard for sure. Either way.
dealing with a god that has influence on another character at level like 6, we're not going to be able to do anything about that.
A level 20 thing, maybe.
Yeah.
On the way. We level up this round, you guys? After this game, we level up, I think?
After tonight?
Nice.
I think so too.
After
Nice.
tonight, I think we
I
level
don't know
up.
about that.
Oh, you said so right before session. Do you not
I'm
remember?
pretty sure
I
I
have
have
got a
it.
vault of Fizbin's creatures I'm just dying to use. And we are in a dragon-based game.
Spoilers.
Oh,
Right.
my
What?
God.
Spoilers. Get outta
Jesus,
here.
you can't-
Dragon of Ice Spire Peak has to do with dragons. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, it's
I
alright.
bet it- I bet
You
it's
weren't
also
supposed
on the
to find
Ice
out
Spire
this
Peak.
way.
Wow.
Sleeping Dragon's Wake has to do with dragons. Sorry.
Well, I'm gonna wake it up. God dang it.
What?
It's probably
I-
already awake.
You ready for this?
I didn't want to find out this way.
This fourth book name that you guys are about to start?
Divine Intervention.
Divine
Oh, the dragon.
Contention.
Oh, Contention, not
Divine
Intervention.
contention.
Divine Contention of the Dragon.
Don't
Does that
know
have
what
dragons
either of
too?
those words mean, so it's fine. Those
Are
two
we gonna
big
hit level
words.
20? Probably not.
No.
No, not in this module.
Nope.
Rip.
Next one?
Smite Works does
Next
not Smite
one.
Works. WotC does not write books to get you to level 20.
Mad Mage.
Max is like 14, but yeah, but
Mad
Mad Mage is
Mage.
just a
It's a
dungeon
grind.
crawl.
Yeah, it's just a grind. But yeah, Mad Mage is basically the only one that you actually can get to level 20 in if you play just their book.
And I think Yawning Portal takes you to like 18.
Yeah, but not enough. And that really depends on how you play it too,
And the DM.
and the DM. Yeah,
Oh.
their earlier stuff, 5e stuff, was terrible. Like if you got to level 10 before the book ends, it was good. It was a good run.
Yeah, they like sitting around the tier 3, like late tier 2, early tier 3 play for D&D.
Yeah. I used to do a lot of the Adventures League, which is how I basically got into 5e. And I don't know if do you guys know what Adventures League is?
Yep.
It's basically a convention play. It's like they put out specified modules that you play. You get points, and you can basically take your character from table to table, store to store, convention to convention, and play the same character. You know. But yeah, so I got into a lot of that when I first started 5e, and they have 4 tiers. You know, they label it 1 to 5, 6 to 10, 11 to 15, and then 16 to 20. And for the first 3 years of Adventure League for 5e, they did not have a single tier 4 adventure. And I think I haven't been following it for the last couple of years, but when I stopped playing Adventures League, they had they were doing it for like 4 or 5 years at that point, and they had 4 tier 4 adventures throughout all of their campaigns. So they never. It's like they made these characters able to get to level 20, but they had no intention of anyone ever getting there.
I heard a lot about Adventures League from Josh.
Yeah.
The future from what I've been seeing anyways, modules are supposed to start hitting level 20 a little more often with what they're coming out with in the upcoming books. But
Good.
They have a hard time balancing. If you look at a lot of level 20 characters' abilities, it's pretty broken and meant for a homebrew setting for sure.
I was going to say homebrew is majorly where people hit level 20 at.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
higher.
I mean, level 20 is pretty godlike.
You
You're
are
basically a
considered a
demigod.
demigod.
Yeah.
From 18 past, you're considered a demigod, essentially.
I mean, considering stuff like the Druid at level 20, they have unlimited,
Unlimited wild shape.
Archdruid, and they
Wild-
don't age.
Yep.
and they don't. Yeah, like it's crazy what people can do at level 20.
A level 20 druid would, especially Circle the Moon, would essentially be impossible to defeat in combat.
Never mind a level 20 paladin.
Paladins. Every class
Yeah.
is good
Paladins
at 20.
just do a lot of
Yeah.
damage at level 20.
Oh yeah. All those smites you have.
Yeah.
I have a question.
'Kay.
What happened to Toblin?
He
I
died.
actually was told what happened to Toblin.
Were you?
Mm-hmm.
Toblin died.
Sam told me what happened, and I cannot
did.
share that information.
Wait. Was I
That's
there?
not fair.
I think I also know what happened to Toblin.
I think we were both told at the same time. I don't think he meant to tell us though. I think he let it slip by accident.
Then don't mean to tell the rest of us.
Yeah, you're right. I won't.
Then don't accidentally tell the rest of us what happened.
Tell us anyways, but don't mean to.
He died.
You died.
It's not. It is
some
not fair
porridge.
that half the party knows.
I'll say one thing: he was murdered.
Yeah, he was
He-
murdered.
Duh,
Yeah,
that's
he was murdered.
We know that.
Oh,
That is
I want to tell you.
Kenzie DM.
There's one
It's-
character that I'm surprised that did not catch on to it. One character.
Well, now I have a hunch. Now I have a
Sister.
Cool.
No, just
Definitely sister.
Wes. Come on, it's in your
Go ahead
backstory.
and tell him if you want. If it's far enough back, it won't matter.
It was Leah's ex.
I
Yeah,
figured.
Leah's
Okay. What did he do? Did he just like show up and just murder him
Tortured him.
for information?
Yep.
Yeah.
What the? What?
Yeah.
Do you
what
really
is-
not expect that from him?
Yeah, come on now.
So
It's true.
okay, here's the other thing about being a new D&D character. No, I didn't.
Oh.
Oh,
I
if
didn't
you,
know it was him either. That completely went over my head too.
if you give the DM the means to mess around with your backstory and implement it,
I love that though. I love when you just drop like some new thing and it's so good.
'Cause
then
I
it makes our
genuinely-
backstories worth it, worth having a backstory and making it. So
Yeah.
I genuinely thought it was the bard mates that killed him.
I thought it was just some.
the
12-year-old?
the 12,
Yeah,
9,
I
and
thought they
7-year-old
killed
girl.
him. Yeah. Yeah.
Honestly, I would
Knowing
not
your
put it
corrupted
past
ass?
children.
My
Yeah,
I don't
corrupted
put it past
ass.
children.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
Damn. I'm kind of mad I
Now,
didn't catch on to it now.
Thriving.
If Leah,
But I
if
don't
Leah
think Leah
investigated
saw
enough,
the body.
she just saw it like. Don't.
I thought I was the only one that went down there, and I think I told
I was with you. No, I
Were
was
you?
with you.
I think Leah went with you, yeah.
Yeah, I was with you. If Leah like did some investigating, would she have probably recognized how he died and was like, "Oh shit, I've seen that before."
Well, it was with the sword makes a very distinct cut.
He wasn't
So,
cut though; he was drowned.
He had a cut on his back.
Oh.
I don't. Shoot, no.
And then he
As
was
a new
thrown forward.
player, not at all. That definitely flew way past my head. Catching on though, don't worry. Eventually, one day I will learn. That's cool. I like that.
A good DM will work your backstory in. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of good DMs.
Yeah.
It just makes it worth it to make a backstory and a whole character. It makes it
Absolutely.
worth it. Mhm.
It's a lot more typical for DMs to do it in a homebrew sense to work in your backstory than in a
Yeah.
module. It's just easier.
100%.
Homebrew is a lot easier for sure. Modules are more meant for the, you know,
The railroading.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah. How much have we re-railed the campaign, Sam?
have you re-railed or derailed?
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
both.
it's been derailed on a multitude of occasions.
Always the case.
Every session.
At least, if not every session, every other session. I can just about count on it.
I feel like Wes almost killing somebody in Leylon was very close to derailing it. I was like, Wes, please don't do this right now.
Oh, are you talking about the foreman or?
When he was like shooting Eldritch blasts at some
Yeah,
guy's feet.
the
Yep.
guy that was building. I mean, I
I'll-
killed a Neverwinter guard at one point.
I'll be honest. The only reason I haven't intentionally shot him is because I know he's a peasant, and one shot would probably insta kill him.
That's a pretty
Like,
fair assumption.
Commoner stat block.
Kind of
Yeah.
like, you know, the cutting word on
Oh.
the town master's
No, it was
brother-in-law.
vicious mockery, not
mockery,
cutting
yeah.
word.
Yeah, we'll never forget it.
Yeah, I have been reluctantly like holding back shooting that guy in the fucking face because he's driving me crazy. And what's even worse is he rolled really good, so my intimidations are not working, and that's pissing me off even more.
There is one thing that I will always remember, and I told Wes like 2 weeks ago, the one thing he did, and I think everyone just forgot it, so I never want to bring it up. But it sits at the back of my head every
What?
session.
Wes has done a lot of shit.
What is it?
Should I tell them?
Go ahead.
You remember it was so I think it was even in the last book. But Wes took a bead of fireball and it's been chilling in the Lathander shrine for months.
Wait, it's just I didn't realize he put it there. I thought he threatened it. I didn't realize he
No,
actually
he
put
just
it there.
left it there. He just
Oh,
left it there.
so you're telling me some random kid, probably Evelyn's sister?
Oh shit.
Either that or the
She's
Lathander
about to
shrine
go
is
to the
just gonna
shrine
go
for
up
school.
in flames. And we
I-
just don't.
Ivy's about to find a fucking bead of fire.
Throws it at her feet.
Oh no.
So now there's just this bead of fireball.
I don't think she would lift that.
No, I don't think any kid would.
Well, she's
I just think
got levels, but I don't think she's got enough to tank a fireball.
No.
In fairness, I think I hit it pretty well.
Did you hide in like the bushes?
I think I like hit it in like a crack in like on a roof area somewhere, like out of reach, out of sight.
Could you imagine if they ever do reconstruction and they find that shit? They put a brick down, everything blows up.
I
Oh, we
I
need to
didn't
fill
not,
this crack.
I didn't not leave it there on purpose.
Oh my god. It's actually fucking funny.
The best
Oh,
part is
no.
when Kenzie told me about that, and I forgot about that too. I'm like, oh yeah, I did put that there, didn't I?
Oh my god.
It never. I've been waiting for it, and then it just got to the point was like, I think I'm the only one who remembered.
I had a plan for it, and then I did. Like I said, I forget from week to week what happens. So, like, I remembered for a little while, and then eventually, it just I just completely forgot about it.
This is why Wes is the party leader.
Eh.
That's a weird. I don't think he's played Zagus, but
I know, it's so weird. I think
No.
Wes plays Daniel.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I would never play someone as terrible as Zagus.
Let's make the pregnant mom the the party
'cause-
leader,
Because sister makes the best decisions.
the hormonal
especially
teenager
while pregnant.
who's pregnant, the
Mhm.
party leader.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Who
I
couldn't?
mean,
Who
better than
the hormonal pregnant teenager who made bad decisions before she was hormonal. The
that
party leader.
got pregnant with a necromancer that eventually is going to become a higher end necromancer, and that hallow spell is going to affect him, but he's going to be nowhere near sister.
The thing is about the hollow spell is he can't get closer to me, but she can get closer to him, so it's okay.
You're just going to be T-posing as you're moving closer and closer to him.
Good thing he knows dispel magic.
I'm gonna cry if he dispels that spell. You know, I spent 1,000 gold to get the things to cast that spell. Oh my god, sister's been broke for so long, guys, because she spent everything on making that spell.
Is that the protection one?
It's the rework of Hollow that doesn't allow like undead creatures and celestials and.
Right, and that's when you said you had to let me when I couldn't get in because Leah was. Faye.
Yeah. Yep.
And Daniel
Nice.
was celestial.
So we couldn't get in. We were stuck.
Would dispel magic work on me too then?
For
My aura?
the gifted one, yeah. So would an anti-magic field.
Okay.
That's uncomfortable.
You guys haven't come across one of those yet.
Yeah. I mean, we're still too low of a level, I think, to come across that, but...
No.
Yeah, it's only like a 7th level spell.
You guys have been hit by worse.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean that fireball that hit me for my whole life almost
Yeah.
every time.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody ever decided to dispel magic yet.
Because who has to spell magic? Not
That's
me.
tough.
Yeah, you do!
You could.
I could.
Yeah. I was about to
Evelyn
say,
has it.
what?
So do you want support sister or do you want her to kill things? I don't know.
I want pregnant sister.
Oh,
That's
Well,
what
you already have
that's
What
that.
you
sounds
get,
like,
yeah.
sounds like a big problem. No, Evelyn can dispel magic. I gave her dispel magic specifically so we could get rid of stuff like that. That was awful.
So speaking of which, when did sister? What event led to sister getting pregnant?
Whenever she rolled that nat 20, I don't remember.
So
that
when,
the
bar?
when a mommy and daddy love each other very much,
I
I
think
meant
it was the
the
bar. I think it was the bar.
Timeline.
amazing.
The
So she's
screamer
been-
night.
The net one stealth, yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna wake the continent of Faerun up this evening.
Listen, it's not sister's fault that her fiance lays it down nice.
Oh dear.
Next question.
at least we know he's not dead in the sheets.
Homie's bricked
Next
up.
question, please. Moving on.
So what about Tommy Two Butts?
You guys haven't met Tommy Two Butts yet.
No, we haven't. Tommy Two Butts is a NPC in the game.
Is he actually? I thought he was an
Hmm?
NPC in.
He's an NPC in all my campaigns.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
This is with the joke of Tommy Two Butts.
There
I
will
get
be an army of Tommies.
it.
Mhm.
Oh.
They travel together.
What is it?
Davos is in all my games too.
Tommy Two Butts is a bugbear artificer. Like in the
Like
the
in
Rick and Morty one shot.
Mm-hmm.
So, I have never seen Rick and Morty before we played that Sunday game. And out of curiosity, I watched the first episode a couple weeks ago, and I did not get it. I was
love
like,
Rick
this
and
is.
Morty.
I'm like, I see the appeal, but it was not funny.
You really got to try to pay attention to Rick and Morty to understand the story and the comedy.
Mm-hmm.
I guess. I was like, this just is weird. Like, I get it's supposed to be weird, but I was like, this is like
Kenzie
not funny
is just
weird.
Morty. I cannot get that out of my head.
I mean, it's just
I
kind of
didn't-
your atypical Adult Swim content. So
Yeah, and I love Adult Swim content, but I was just watching that one. I was like, no,
Not
No.
hitting you?
not feeling this one.
Mm-mm.
Well, speaking of which, is Wes's cleric friend an NPC?
do you want me
Sam?
to answer that, Wes?
You answer what you want to answer.
Technically, yes.
I mean, we haven't met him. I was just wondering if he was actually officially made, but
But Wes, do you know who your cleric friend is?
That's
you,
a-
not Danielle.
it's a
Oh,
loaded
me?
question.
No.
Yeah, you
No.
don't.
Wes gave me
I-
full control over his.
I messaged Sammy and I was like, this is what I know. This is what I. But but I don't want to know anything else until it's time. So
Mhm.
I have minimal knowledge of who he is. I understand who he is in my world, but that's basically it.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing.
Artif. So, fun fact about your cleric friend, sister just thought he was like a figment of your imagination because she doesn't know any clerics that act like that.
No,
So she
I
doesn't
can
believe that he's real.
guarantee you, Wes's cleric friend is a legitimate
I mean,
thing. Might not actually be a cleric, but
even if they are, there's like trickery domain cleric.
I would love to live in Sister's world sometimes.
God, I wouldn't.
yeah, I don't know about that one, Chief.
There's so much going on in her brain.
It's so innocent and naive and apparently full of really good sex.
And now Wes has completely demolished everything she has about childbirth.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
having
yeah.
a child.
Like,
Yeah,
I
there
is a
was
little
spaced out
rain
for a
cloud
minute, and then I
going on.
popped. Yeah, I popped back into that conversation you were having. And I was like, wait a second, this is going.
Yeah, Wes definitely.
I was like,
Your
spacing
life
it for
is
a minute.
over.
Oh
But he wasn't really necessarily saying like false things, to be fair.
It was
He just wasn't holding back.
I just want to know how he knows so much.
From Sister's perspective, that's what she always wanted, and no one ever said such bad things about raising children. So
I mean,
that was like the first time, and that shook her whole world.
in fairness, I didn't say anything bad. I just said them in a way that made them more truthful and not sweet and innocent.
Yes.
Laid down the truth.
Yeah. Like
yeah,
your life.
Sister sees things through rose-colored glasses,
Oh,
and you
easily.
just broke them, shattered, so they're gone. Now she's looking at everything like.
She's laying face first on a couch, saying, "God, I hate this.
I hate my life."
Oh.
I don't want to
you know,
continue.
I seriously like sat down like the next day after that session, and I'm like, where in the fuck did all that come from?
Was that Les or was that Danielle?
I'm like, was I venting my own feelings in this or something? Like,
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
I'm like, that went on for like 10 fucking minutes. I'm like, how did I do that?
Well, if you ever wanted to make Sister less innocent, that's a great place to start.
Sister made herself less innocent.
Yeah, let's be real.
Of all I think it's funny that of all the things that I've whispered in Sister's ear, explaining what words and terms mean, I think it's funny that that's what made her less innocent.
It's true.
Well, listen, at this point, no one's actually explaining anything else except Danielle.
Oh, Sam.
What?
During the Were-Rat mission, I think it was Big Al Calazorn, wasn't it? The guy that led us there?
With the accent.
We found a cowboy hat on that mountain that was frozen in ice. Was it his?
Big Al was not. I didn't think that was the one that led you.
I thought it was like Don John.
Because
Don
John
yeah.
Raskin. Yeah, Big Al was the Butter Skull.
Butter Skull.
Did Don John die?
Yes.
Damn. They got my man's Don John.
He lived were-rats to die from
Raskin.
a dragon.
He was feeling good after those
were-rats.
were-rats.
He walked up the mountain and he was like, man, just got this mind back to myself. Oh, white dragon comes out of nowhere and ruins his day. That sucks.
Oh, buddy.
So I got my mind back. Nothing could possibly go wrong.
Yeah. If you guys could choose one other class to instead of what you started with, would you change your class or would you keep what your original character start was?
It depends. If somebody else took over the front line, hell yeah. But I mean, I think Zagus is important to the party composition.
That's how I feel about Sister.
Well, just strike that out. Say you're starting session 0 again. The first class you'd want to play come to mind, or are you keeping what you have?
I'd play what I played. I don't have any regrets with playing Zagus.
That's always hard because I always want to play a sword, and I have to convince myself not to. So, scratching out sorcerer, yes, cleric is the way.
I hate spellcasters. Hate them. I feel like
Warlock.
Here you are.
Exactly. I know. I think they're so fucking useless.
Rip Sister.
That for me, I think a spellcaster is good when you know how to play one, and I just don't really know how to play one very well. I can play a warlock because they're one-trick ponies.
You've done some pretty clutch things as a warlock, though, even with the spells,
Dimension
like
doors
the
have
minimum
been really-
spells that you have.
Yeah, but for the most part, I'm a one-trick pony with a little bit of flair once in a while. But I don't like playing spellcasters, so yeah, I would absolutely 100% change.
What would you go to?
What would it be?
I would do either ranger or a monk.
Nice.
Although I have been toying with barbarian, so I might have tried that too, but definitely not a spellcaster.
I wouldn't have changed Leah. I like Leah as a rogue.
Well,
I
then
think Rogue was a really good starting.
it was a good starting class, and I have to say I was thoroughly impressed with the Google Doc background you sent, like the 4-page document of her background.
Oh yeah. I was like, here, this is how it goes. This is
You
the
wrote 4
story.
pages explaining what it's
I
like to
wrote,
be an
like-
orphan?
No, I wrote like dialogue that actually happened between her and her ex.
Yeah.
Just
Wow.
so
No,
that
it was.
way, like, yeah.
I was impressed, especially for like a first
You
time
wrote a
player.
whole screenplay?
Like that was
No.
that was cool.
I wrote like who some people could have been in her life, and I gave them like names, and I gave her a best friend, somebody that she had like I gave her a friend, and her
That
friend,
died.
Yeah, died.
Yeah.
And
Murder.
Yeah. I think I wrote up like she just ended up leaving when she turned 18 because she could, and first person that she met was her ex-boyfriend, and he just like blew her away. She was like, oh my god, okay, whatever. Just so naive. And she would have
So
done
sister.
anything. Yeah. But
Sister, but she knows what's wrong with her ex.
yep.
So sounds like Mallory has a little bit of a history in theater.
No.
Really?
No,
Was
not
this just
really.
based off of real life?
No.
That didn't sound too confident there.
No. I don't know where it came from. I think I was just like, all right, what's something that I would like to play and something that I know I could probably like RP with. Something
I'm
tragic.
I'm 100% convinced that Sister is just a personality of Kenzie.
I think so.
All
I
of my
think-
characters are a personality of me. All of them. They all have something from me. But
What's
just
a cuck?
But
And then
Mallory.
you proceed to look it up yourself to
Okay,
figure it out what it
I
is.
was 85% sure I knew what it was. Thank you. But when it comes to character making, I like have like a little snippet and I always leave it to the DM. But the first time I played D&D, I forget what happened, but the DM was like, "Yeah, you're a princess." And I'm like, "I'm a princess?" Wait, I live in the trees. What?
I did
You're
leave.
a princess
I
of
did
the
leave.
lizard folk.
I left a lot of things out. So I let Sam like actually make the ex-boyfriend. I let Sam like I gave him like people that may have appeared in her life and had some sort of impact. So I gave him like a
Baseline.
yeah, just somebody, and then I left the fact that when she was left at this orphanage, it was like the day after she was born. She was left with like a note that said her name and a ring, and that was it. So I left that, which was a question I had on here. I don't know if I can even ask it, but if she actually had like family that was still kind of out there, or
Once an orphan, always an orphan.
no. So I don't know, but I as far as I'm aware, we're still good to go with her.
Sammy
wonder about
left
I mean, she
No,
might
no.
come back at some point, too.
I think that would be really cool. I would actually be super interested to see how she would come back. I know generally, like, I don't know what I
Comes
can talk
back to
about,
Sister with a kid.
right? I don't know what I can like talk about. So, yeah.
You
don't
are
know.
Evelyn's mom.
A twist.
No, because Evelyn's
Judith.
like 24. Evelyn's older than Leah.
Oh,
Why is everyone so old?
Leah went to like some sort of like time realm for a while, and she didn't age. And
Right.
I mean, it is Faerun. It's not like
True.
those things don't exist. Yeah.
Anything can happen. Literally.
Oh yeah.
Did anybody tell you how Arya ended up finding us? Because that ended up being something that was so like
what do you mean
Like-
finding us?
how Rogue just kept on being like, I don't know, somebody told me where you guys were. Like,
I imagined. I don't think we ever told, but I imagined probably Damon
yeah.
might have been like writing to Arya and like a, or I mean, she asked Toblin and he cracked.
Well, he already cracked.
Well, that was before he croaked, but
He cracked and then croaked.
yeah. But I don't think that was fully ever explained, or if it was just something they came up with.
Yeah. I don't know. I did
So-
like how Rogue did that, though.
Yeah. Alex, where did Zagus come from?
What do you mean?
Like, when
Like-
how did you come up with it?
How did I come up with Zagus?
Yeah.
I roll. So I explained this on Thursday, and I'll explain it now. Every character I play, I roll for their flaw. I work out every other thing. I choose personality traits, I deal with bonds, and then I roll for a flaw. Unless that flaw is something that goes completely against one of the personality traits, I re-roll. But Zagus is my first ever paladin. I knew I wanted to play Triton paladin. And so I built him, and then I rolled his flaw, and chose his personality stats, and just wrote a backstory. He didn't
Nice.
really come from anywhere, just came up with it.
Does Zagus have family still?
Oh, no.
Oh. They're gone.
Yeah, they're dead.
They're
Zagus is an orphan.
You fucker. you
I thought we
absolute
all
piece.
knew Zagus was an orphan. I'm
I
not gonna
think
lie to you.
I think I did, but I think I also just kind of blocked it out.
Which
don't
is
know.
why
He
he's...
He grew up with parents, but I mean, his
Right now?
people were massacred, one would say.
Well. Dang, I wish I would have remembered that. Leah would have given you so much crap.
She never asked.
No, but I think I knew. I think I did know. And then I probably would have been like, let's sit down and talk.
No. I don't talk to orphans.
Game
Wow.
knows game.
Yeah, but that was the funny part. I kept on making orphan jokes, and I mean, Zagus' parents are fucking dead.
How old is Zagus? Isn't he like 50 something?
Sure.
Okay.
I think that's all you're getting.
He's 55.
Oh, okay.
Is
He's
that
an old
old
man.
in Triton?
I think that's adulthood for Tritons.
Huh.
I believe Tritons live... I can double check, as a matter of fact. I think they're pretty similar to elves.
Oh, nice.
God dang it.
So I guess while we were on the topic, Wes, how did you come up with Danielle?
Zinniel. So I wanted to play. Whenever I start a new campaign, I try something new, and I've never played an
Regret it
Asimar.
immediately.
Usually, I never played an Asimar, and I think I played a Warlock for like one session. So I'm like, well, let me try. I mean, I wanted to be an Asimar. I'm like, what? Actually, I think I wanted to do the Warlock first, and like, what goes well with the Warlock? And I was like going through all the different races and seeing what called to me. And I didn't want to do the stereotypical ones that usually, like, the demony guys or whatever. So I'm like looking around. I'm like, oh, Asimar, that's a little bit different. So I'm like, well, let me look into these. And I kind of read up on it. I'm like, sounds interesting. And like, well, what kind of? And then I was looking at the sub races or subs, whatever, and I saw the Fallen Asimar, and I'm like, well, that's kind of interesting too. It's like you're an angel, but you're not like the goody two shoes. I can't play the lawful goods or the whatever. I tend to always be neutral because my brain just doesn't process those people who are either lawful good or like totally good or totally evil. Like I can't play that character because I don't understand those people. So I always like to play a neutral character, and I was like, oh, this kind of gets me out of that realm of playing the good character, and I can play him more neutral. And I think when I initially came up with him, he was going to be very broody. He was going to be very, very serious, very broody. But then it just like any other my other characters, like I said, I don't really come up with a lot of story for them. I just kind of let them grow and kind of form. And he just turned in. And not only that, but I also love to play characters that are a little bit left of center, a little bit goofy. Like the straight characters bore the shit out of me. So You know, you look at like the Grandmaster, who's just a fucking Looney Tune. You look at my characters from my Tuesday game; they were insane. I just like playing I felt like playing goofy characters. So when we started playing him, and I was like, I want him to be all this dark and broody. And I'm like, I started playing him the first session. I'm like, this is not a character I can ever play. So when he became this butter and bacon loving alcoholic, I was like, yeah, this is more my speed.
They're like, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. He's fun. I'm just waiting for him to die, basically. It's just going to happen eventually.
Are you really?
I've played enough characters in my day that I've loved that were murdered for the stupidest reasons that I've learned to expect it to happen, and if it does, I can play this character in another game some other time.
That's fair.
That's how I feel. Like, if a character dies, you know, it does suck if you had emotional ties or you really liked playing that character, but if that's the case, you can always bring it back in a separate campaign and hope that they go longer, or maybe you have a new idea on how to play them. And
yeah, the only reason I don't want him to die is because I know the end game for his story, and I want that to happen. And if he dies, obviously that doesn't happen.
I also want that to happen.
Yeah.
I want to know.
You can't know.
You will find out either when at the end game or when he's dead.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So the end game for the campaign is different than the end game for this group of players.
Yeah.
There's going to be 2 endings. The book ending, and then after the book ending is over, I have a menagerie of plans to go across everybody's kind of backstory and kind of intermingle it all.
How exciting.
Yeah.
Wow.
We end the book and then we get some sort of closure.
Yeah.
Really? Oh.
There's
But,
some fuck shit
like
that's
I
gonna happen to Zagus.
Like I said before, I think I told you guys, the last campaign I ran for this, or the group I ran through it, did not make it through the book ending.
But we have a better comp.
Yeah.
Okay?
Sam also gave us some pretty OP things.
Yeah, I am hasted. I have haste.
And
gave me a
me and
spell of
Sister's
haste.
abilities for anything that's undead pretty much say, no, you're not hitting us.
And I have a whip.
Yeah, so Ellicard
You do have a
dispels
whip.
it.
That is true, or I do it.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
You know, imagine how Sister
Her
would be
face
pissed
right
if
now.
I dispelled it.
God.
I could.
I just don't even know
do
what
it.
you gain from dispelling her spell.
A
kinda fun.
challenge in the fights again?
Oh my
But what
gosh.
about my own ability? Do I dispel that too? Or do I just take off the armor?
You just have to take off the armor and it goes away.
I could just
Which I don't even think that's been fully explained. I have protection from good and evil permanently on my armor for 10 feet away from me.
Bestowed upon him by Habakkuk, or however you pronounce it.
Habakkuk.
Habakkuk.
What's a
Who's that?
Habakkuk?
Water Phoenix God.
Oh.
Does that mean you're not safe from Sister?
Hmm?
Sister's not good or evil.
No, Sister's a little bit of
Zagus-
both.
There's more on the evil side now.
Is she? Knowingly?
Zagus is in a bit of a predicament, but that'll be explored later.
You collect and perish souls into a ring because your
It is
fiance asked you to.
I don't think that makes you evil, though.
The purpose behind doing it is evil.
Oh, she doesn't know the purpose behind it.
I told you that you're sucking souls into the ring.
Negligence doesn't hold up in court, sister.
I just don't think that's what makes a character evil. I don't know.
It doesn't make you necessarily like evil, but your actions that you are doing are perceived as being evil.
To some.
That doesn't
Fairness.
necessarily align Sister's moral compass in a evil way. It's just blindly ignorant.
In fairness, people who are evil don't think they're doing good.
Depends on their evil. Lawful evil, yes. Chaotic, I would say no.
I would
I'm
put
just talking-
Sister at a good chaotic neutral right now.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying people in real life who are evil think they're doing good.
Yeah, in
From
real
what
life, definitely.
sister understands, she's doing this for good.
That's
She
what all
was
evil people
told
do.
that it would help people.
But weren't you denounced by a god?
Was she denounced?
By Raven Queen?
Not that I know of.
Do you still follow the Raven Queen?
That she knows of.
See? The reason I asked that is because the Raven Queen is strongly against preserving souls.
Yikes.
Sis is a complex
So unless
creature.
something else is giving Sister cleric powers,
Your fiance?
I just don't know how that would work. I think she has to knowingly.
Unless
I
he's
guess
putting
she
up a
does.
false facade.
I guess she is working for her fiance, and I guess by doing so, that could grant her cleric powers. But there's never been a disrupt.
Clerics are not
Unless
like
you-
paladins. Paladins can lose their oaths in their form of power, but in 5e, you don't have to be aligned to a deity to play those classes. They just perform good flavor for a background, but
I feel like
If I don't need a
praising-
god, then Sister would not have.
Sister
I
would be her
promise
own
you.
god.
I promise you,
the
Sister
god of
would
death,
not have a god.
Alucard.
She would
No,
not have a god.
that's the
if she
king
was-
of vampires, Alucard.
He is
Or
based-
just Dracula.
Alucard is
Scary.
based off my vampire character, who is based off of Dracula.
When you said that name, Alucard, I was like, ain't no way. Ain't no
Yeah.
way.
Except
Can we-
Alucard was a warlock.
So is Alucard that I built.
Majorly a wizard, though.
Mm-hmm.
Can we know why Alucard was also chasing Leah's ex, or no?
I think
Alucard
Sister
was
knows that.
not directly chasing Rice.
I think he was more of trying to protect Sister in that situation, from what I gathered from it.
So essentially, Sister doesn't really know this, but I guess the party could have probably been intuitive on this. There's a permanent scry spell up around Sister. And so Alucard kind of knows everything that goes on. And with the discussions that Sister and Leah had behind closed doors about certain individuals, like her ex, put interest into Alucard's mind as to who that person was and what he could be capable of.
Gotcha. Yeah, he's
One
scary.
can assume the curse on the ring is what's giving him that permanent scry.
If one was to dispel the magic on the ring,
Listen, I'm not trying to die yet.
You can certainly try.
Sister's fiance is
You
already
might
on my
kill
ass.
Sister. You might kill Sister. I don't.
Have-
Sister's fiance is already on my ass, so I'm not about to be doing that.
Wes
I don't
grabbed his
think
popcorn.
I don't think Evelyn's like that heavily involved. I don't think she cares that much, so she probably won't do it unless.
Would you
were, like,
even know about the ring?
No, she wouldn't. We only know about it because you told us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Evelyn doesn't.
I mean, she's seen it in action, though, because she's seen Sister
Yeah, but she
Necro
doesn't
spell
know-
everybody.
But it was before that when she had the curse on her.
No, yeah. That's not the only thing cursed that Sister has.
Yeah, the whip is cursed too.
Yeah.
Her relationship is cursed.
She
Maybe
can
a
never
little
take the
bit.
whip off.
Yeah.
Not willingly.
I can't take it off. Someone else can.
There's other ways to get around it. We can't like take it off you, and that's how that works. It's you have to cast spells.
dispel it.
Yeah, you
or
have to like
remove
dispel
curse.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or chop off your arm. I mean, that gets rid of it, too.
I like my arm.
Things
too.
happen in childbirth.
Yeah.
Like your arm getting chopped off. Yeah.
I remember that.
That's gonna be a hell of an experience, a cursed whip around trying to give birth with this thing digging into your arm.
Could you imagine how like, she's in so much pain that she's just pissed at people? She's just gonna start sending the whip at people. The doctors,
I
she's
could
sending
see
the
it.
whip.
No, no.
This
no, she
hurts.
I would not want to be your midget.
Get over here.
wouldn't. Nat 20s, now they're restrained.
Turns to dust.
Ah, that would be a hell of an experience.
Bazagas has been very close to trying to dispel the ring, but decided not to.
Trying to create chaos.
No, just trying to stop chaos. But there's some things I have to do before I go on a death wish, so
Some things that you don't ever want to talk about when I
I
sit
can't.
there and try to RP with you about it.
I can't talk about
He
it.
doesn't want to RP-ness with me. It's okay.
No, our penis. I mean, I've left some pretty good hints. I just can't publicly tell you guys about it.
This is true.
That's fair.
Can you write it down?
No, I can't. I can't share any information about it willingly.
Oh. Gotcha.
Who's stopping you?
The person I have the promise with,
Is this a real person?
it's a god.
Oh.
Is this a real god?
Yes.
I mean, y'all are more
I'd be
than welcome to
shook.
start smiting gods.
I might have to kill you guys then. I can't stay for that. No. I'll just
I mean, you
go away.
don't have to tell Diniel, but you can tell Wes.
I could. Zagas has a set of things that he was entrusted to do by a certain higher up, and he needs to do them in order to secure something.
Okay. To secure something. A
Mhm.
To
life?
secure the bag.
Secure, yeah, to hit a devious lick on the party.
Yeah.
Oh. Scary.
What Zagas is doing is for the better of the party,
Okay.
And himself.
Is that whatever
specifically
you're,
himself.
is that whatever you're building on the island?
Mm-hmm.
Is
That's
it a
nothing to do with
house?
my god. No, it's not a house. It's
Is
not
it
big
to-
enough to be a house.
Is it to a point where we would know what it is now? Or is it specific like
I think Sam said it was like halfway there, right?
I
Last time?
mean, I would say sister would recognize it being more on
Yeah,
the
religious.
religious side of things.
I mean, it's like a
Like
shrine.
a shrine?
Are we allowed to help you build the shrine? I think Leah
No,
offered
it has to
help.
be me.
Gotcha. So if you woke up one morning and it was just done. No, I'm just
I
kidding.
would tear it down and then rebuild.
God damn, okay.
He'd be pissed. Zagas would be so pissed.
Yeah, he would. Zagas would definitely go to whoever made that and make them suffer a little bit. But
See,
no, he
you're,
won't do that.
So
Oh,
just so
no,
you
what
guys
a
know,
guy.
Leah's been building on the. No, I'm just kidding.
see, Zagas is building a shrine. When we got to town, Sister wanted to build a shrine. This is why there's a bead at the Lathander shrine.
Well, mine's not like on the same proportional size as the Lathander shrine.
Lathander's a goody two shoes prick, so
Yeah.
and his towers are way too big. They're like the Trump
And I mean,
towers.
to like go into more detail about what he's building too, the materials he's getting are from sunken ships.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why he's gone a lot, is because he's kind of like getting materials and then
Scrounging.
building.
Like, jeez.
Mm-hmm.
Busy individual.
Like, honestly,
why
and then
he's
you
never
go
with the
questing
party.
with us, and then he goes questing with us? Like, wow.
I wouldn't have to if Sister didn't have a necromancer as her fiance.
You know, that's fairly fair statement.
Hey.
Can't argue.
I was also given an ultimatum at the ship that I'll go into post campaign, but there were some interesting things that would have happened on that ship if Zagas were to get sucked into that ring. Yeah.
Oh.
I'm
Did
just
you
waiting
almost die?
for Kinsey to forget about certain
None of
spells
the-
being necromancy and going to like revivify somebody and just sucking up their
Suck some
soul.
up instead.
So, all of the options at the ship, this might change later on, it's the campaign. No matter what you did with the ring, I wouldn't have died from it. But
So, oh, because in my head, sister doesn't want you to get sucked into the ring. That's why she doesn't actively try to kill you. um, that's what it comes across her mind. It's like, I could, but I don't want to, and so she just leaves it alone. Sister isn't in a state of mind where she actively wants to. Well, she doesn't want to kill you at all, not even actively. Um, there's
it wasn't
things
so
that
much
she's
necessarily.
hormonal.
she wants to understand what because there are some conversations that she has had with her fiance, and she doesn't understand the dynamic between the two of you, which is why she's like, well, I'm not gonna kill him unless I get some kind of explanation, because she's not just gonna kill
So-
someone who's saved her life in the past.
It wasn't necessarily sister that I was worried about. It was the fiance. Zagus and the fiance have had a lot of things going back and forth words with each other exchanged that
Really?
the party does not know about.
There's definitely been some.
Danielle would be
Interesting.
so pissed if he knew you were talking to her fiance and he wasn't.
Zagus doesn't want to talk to him. He's-
Danielle does.
There's
I know.
so much stuff here that I'm just like, what?
Zagus
think-
is like uncovering something that it's way above his pay grade.
Oh, poor guy.
Sister, I think she would understand that you guys have something going on. She doesn't know when it could have started or why she doesn't know why there's hostility either. So when some things are asked of her, she's like, why? And then when she doesn't get an answer to that why, then she doesn't do anything about it. And I think that's probably one of the other things that's stalling conflict in the party. She doesn't know why she has to do these things, and she won't just do it. Like, collecting the souls is one thing, but being asked to just murder a party member is a whole different thing. But,
See, this is why I prefer to DM than play, because the only person who knows everything that's going on is Sammy right now.
I know a good deal about what's happening between Zagus and sister. As Zagus, I know, but
what's happening between Zagus and sister?
well,
Sister doesn't know.
specifically with like your fiance, not necessarily you, but
Oh,
he's in real deep.
nah.
Zagus
Makes
is in real
sense.
deep?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deep as Wes wants to be. Or did he?
Next question.
Next question. You guys know what I think about a lot, though? Sister's parents.
63.
Yeah, 63 gold.
Yeah.
Another clever use of
63
warlock
gold.
spells.
Does she
Yeah,
talk to
it
them?
really saved Sister's life.
Does she talk to them?
Her parents?
Yeah.
Does she even have parents?
She does have parents, and she doesn't have like animosity towards her parents. They just, I don't know what they do on a day-to-day basis. Like, whenever she goes home, she spends that time with her fiance. And granted, her parents are the ones who linked her to her. I don't know what they do. Like, I know they're noble, and I know sister doesn't know her parents are bad people, but they are bad people.
Of course.
As most nobility is.
um,
Specifically
but-
based in Waterdeep.
they are based in Waterdeep. But I sometimes wonder, what are they doing? Are they okay? Are they alive?
I don't know. You
She
haven't tried to
hasn't gone
talk
to
to him
check.
in like years.
I thought they were busy. And she's still
That's a
hanging on to
typical
the
teenage excuse right there.
She does have a little animosity because I don't know if you guys know this, but she doesn't like to be told no.
Really?
Wow, I never
No.
would have guessed that.
No.
Beats Azabar to death over being told no by her fiance. Yeah, okay.
They were in a fighting ring, and he offered to fight her. It's not like she just punched him in the face.
You pummeled them in like
Mauled
2
them.
turns.
Yeah. But
They
sister
said-
also got her.
Asbar had no chance.
Yeah, no. Asabar said, "Hey, I want to be a friend and help you relieve a little tension," and Sister's like, "You are now the bait to my anger."
What's it like being a punching bag?
Asabar was looking for a pillow fight, and you put a brick in your pillow.
Put a padlock in a sock and then just decided to beat on him.
Seriously.
Had a snowball fight, but threw ice instead.
Yeah. We're putting thumbtacks in our
Listen.
snowballs. Deal with it.
Sister holds grudges over being told.
No shit.
Yeah, wow.
Except against Danielle for the kid part.
It's traumatized. She might have a whole new outlook on life. We don't know yet. There's been no.
She might not even want to have a kid anymore. I mean, Jesus.
Well, I don't think she's allowed to make it stop, so I feel like if she threw herself down a flight of stairs, she'd be thrown at the water.
I mean,
Teleported to a water deep stairs and then going down 7 stories.
I fell.
knowing of Sister's history and her fiance, I don't think her not having that kid is such a bad idea.
It's just, she wasn't allowed to drink alcohol. So what would happen if Sister tried to terminate her pregnancy?
Yeah. Jesus.
I mean, if you want to find out, you'll just have to go through with that.
So guys, anyway, Sister's having a kid.
You should have thought twice before rolling that nat 20.
Are you gonna tell Leah about it?
Yeah.
The way she said that.
Yeah.
She can't wait to tell Leah. She can't wait for her weddings. Leah.
Maybe Leah can go take the orphan and run away and then put him to a daycare with a note and a ring.
Holy shit.
Wait,
Oh my god, I never made that connection. I just did that. That's how she was left, and that's how she left. I never made that connection. I just, like...
You're
okay,
a necromancer's child.
Holy shit.
Is Sister still in contact with Leah?
Has not attempted.
She hasn't contacted her because Leah,
She could be.
she, out of respect for Leah, she hasn't. But this is pretty important. So, Sister needs to plan a wedding. Why are we so busy?
Don't act like you're gonna invite any of your adventuring party other than Leah to the wedding.
She would literally invite all of you guys.
Danielle, I wouldn't show up.
Totally would.
Weddings aren't for Zagas.
Danielle's gonna be the ring bearer.
I'll be the friggin' flower girl. I don't care.
I don't care, just let me into the wedding.
Yeah.
Let me in.
He says to Sister, "You're one lucky girl."
Tries to stare at Alucard as they're looking into each other's
Are
eyes.
you
giving
sure?
their oath.
Okay, regardless of what it is, Danielle loves a train wreck. So he wants to see this wedding happen so bad, and he wants to be around everything that goes down.
Goes in, start fucking blasting. I write sins, not tragedies.
Leaves a fireball.
Well, now I got. You think her wedding's gonna be a train wreck?
No, he thinks her life is going to be a train wreck.
Oh.
He just wants to have front row seats to the event.
He wants to see everything unfold.
Mhm.
Bruh. Rip sister.
R.I.P. Getting ripped tonight.
Literally.
if he could put cameras in her house, he totally would. Just to
brother.
watch the fighting.
Now we're getting a little creepy there.
It's Big
The
Brother.
fighting. They
Yeah,
don't.
just. Oh, they don't now.
True.
You guys better check every single one of your closets, because Didio's just gonna be peering through one of them at you guys.
Just wait till he gets his Mystic Arcanums and takes the Arcane Eye. Or the
He's still
his
through
next
walls
Elder-
with one of his features.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he'll be in a closet eating his bacon.
You'll just hear
See a
crunch,
See a piece of
crunch,
butter slide under the door.
crunch, crunch, slurp from the butter. Like, love it.
Amazing.
I can't believe this. Rip.
Next question.
Next.
Question.
So I'm curious, and this is maybe a little bit narcissistic, but I want to know. Besides the fact that, we're sitting at a table playing a game together, why do you people even want to? Would you even associate with Danielle?
Zag has asked him that question every single day.
And now he's the last, or about to be the last original party member.
Yeah.
Leah didn't care. Leah was completely unbothered.
Wow.
She didn't care.
Because he was not nice to her.
No,
And she
No.
wasn't nice to you.
she wasn't
true.
nice back.
That's
So,
true.
Maybe
She
that's why
can't-
they went so well together.
She cared once in a while.
Once
But
in a while.
Only when she was completely frustrated.
Oh yeah. She was mostly like just calm. She's mostly calm energy. Until you pissed her off, and then she's like,
Yeah. Then I'm
which
useless.
is very my personality. Like Leah is.
You piss her off, then you're useless.
Yeah.
And to be fair, Zagas has never seen Danielle do anything bad. He's never been the one to he's rolled perception checks to see. He's never. I've seen it, but
Yeah.
Zagas has never seen Danielle do anything out of his way to put chaos into the midst, other than the crab.
But if anything, it looks like Danielle's flipping a little personality there. Unless you're just always nice.
What do you mean?
You think
You're just-
Danielle's nice?
Like,
Danielle
in,
was
like,
always so great to sister.
Yeah.
I meant more so like in the giving way. Like he just like would sneak some food to like the kid. Like then when we first got to Leylon, you snuck.
When he
food
was
to, like,
sober.
those kids. Was that when you were sober?
That was sober,
Yeah.
Danielle.
Damn. I love this sober Danielle, but drunk Danielle still wants to see this orphanage built. Like he is bound and determined to get it.
So he
built,
could burn it
so
down himself.
Probably.
Danielle is doing that. I think basically what you were saying is how him and Leo worked together. He was actually really upset when she left. Like really upset. Like because they bickered, but that's why he liked her.
they
Because-
figured.
Because they bickered and she didn't give a shit. So he was like, yeah, this is a person. These are the people I want to talk to. I give it. I want to be able to take it too.
Mhm.
And she gave it pretty well. So when she left, and he knew how much of a passion that was for her, he decided the only thing he could do is to honor that passion, and the only way he knows how, and that is through threats and anger and violence.
That's amazing.
So does Danielle like everyone in the party now?
He does not like
Oh.
Zagas.
Oh, that's
Ah.
not true. He doesn't not like Zagas. He just doesn't care. Like he doesn't.
He doesn't
hate
care about the moral compass of Zagas, is what I should say.
Yeah, he doesn't not like people. He has a level of he either likes you or just doesn't care. And
Yeah.
he doesn't mind Zagas, he just doesn't like the goody two shoes, like I said, the moral compass of Zagas. Like he likes Sister, but because she's so naive and in his brain she was easily pliable, that he's like, I could totally corrupt her.
Then find out there's a hot fiance that's corrupting her.
Yeah, and now he's on her. So now he's trying to be best friends so he can get in with the fiance.
Well, I think the fiance has a certain level of comfort with you after he modified memory Leah in front of
I'm so upset that that happened to Leah because it was so good. I was like, oh my god, this is stuff that I can actually like go off of now and start I don't, just
Yep.
doing stuff with.
Oh, don't worry.
And
Zagus is already there.
Yep.
But Leah's not. Leah was like, she was all into it, and then all of a sudden she's like, what?
And Danielle watched it happen. He's
Yes,
like,
he
this is
did.
great. This is so great.
So did Danielle ever catch on to that crab hint I left to him?
Oh, he knows it was you.
Yeah, I know, but did he understand the words that were written on the crab?
What were the words again?
It was like, "Be careful, you're most vulnerable when, or you're most vulnerable when you're not expecting it," or something like that.
I don't know if he gets it. I think he takes it as a veiled threat. But I think that's as far as. I don't think he's put enough effort into thinking or caring about it.
I was gonna do it to Leah, but then she left.
Is that right as she was leaving?
The
I
day
think it was right
I
before.
think.
Yeah,
No. Did you
she's
know
not
I
doing
was
it to
leaving?
sister. No, but I
Oh.
mean, I didn't have the option to do it because he left.
Fair.
Okay, so you're not doing it to sister? Wow.
I think
You
Sis is
already.
getting enough done to
If
her.
I do it to you, your fiance is gonna catch on.
Ow.
Sis is getting enough done to her right now.
That's fair.
Really fair.
Oh, someone's doorbell went off.
Mine.
Assuming it's Mallory. Oh, never mind.
Mine.
That
You just
wasn't
deafened out of nowhere. I thought it was you.
me. No, that wasn't me. Sorry, I have my deafened on my question mark thing. So every time I type question mark, evidently now yeah.
Good job.
Anyway, I do have a question though. Is Sam there or is he getting his door?
I think he just
He's-
went to his door.
He's getting
Wow.
more food apparently.
Wow.
Yeah, fat ass.
This guy, I swear to God.
What was so funny about this sentence, sister? What was so funny about that?
Nothing.
I'm just amazed that he
Do you
fits through
guys
that
all have
doorway.
do you guys all have a backup character?
Yes, I do.
So I did make the character for when this put onto bed rest.
When
I can't wait. So now I'm actually excited for on bed rest because I'm gonna keep her like at the house. I don't want to send her to Waterdeep. So I just want to go through all of the changes that she's gonna make to the house because she got bored, and
I'm so
it's
excited.
gonna be a fucking roll.
Please change
I'm just gonna roll
Danielle's
for it.
room.
Danielle is not going to rub her feet.
That's fine. I think she can conjure things, so it's okay. Conjure spirit guardians to do it.
What?
What?
I don't know about that one,
Can they,
Chief.
can they just like, go and
I'm curious to see if your fiance lets you stay with us when you're on bed rest.
there?
From what I understand, as long as she doesn't do anything overtly dangerous, I think it's okay.
It's not like he's not there all
But
the
he's
time.
letting you
anyways.
go on to an adventure with us.
True.
Which makes me think that maybe he's always watching and she's really not in trouble.
Well, her hand says something else.
Yeah. Skeletal hand.
Oh, that was
She's
that was
gonna
her.
get
That
her
was what I'm
hand
doing.
back, like ever.
Skeletal left hand, too.
Left hand. That, yeah.
I don't know, will it?
That's a good question.
I did have a question because I don't know that I'll get to play Leah again. I'm not sure, or even if I'll get to play her in like Leylon. What were her things in the peculiarity shop? I want to know.
What do you mean?
Like, what was left? Like, what was her high roll that she could have gotten?
Well, so the way the peculiarity shop works is like 1 to 3 on the d20 will grant you a magic item randomly rolled from the table C, I think, and then like 4 to 11, I want to say, is a random trinket, and 12 to 20 is just a tool set or something of the sorts. So it's nothing specific. It's just stuff I've kind of geared
Gotcha.
towards characters and stuff.
I was gonna say, because she got like her picture from there, and I was like, oh my god, that means there's probably something like bigger there. So cool. That's a question I had.
Gideon kind of wanted to leave another beat at the peculiarity shop.
Just for fun.
He does not like that place.
No.
No?
He does not trust that guy for 1 second.
What's wrong with Aubrey?
There's something going on with that guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He does not trust that place in the slightest. Something is wrong with that guy and his magic.
And Jeff, I'm gonna need to ask you to stop messaging me about that. Please, no. Don't corrupt this game. Stop.
As if this game isn't already corrupted.
Oh,
Yeah,
it
honestly.
worse. Sam, the mage hand.
Literally.
Oh my
Oh,
god. Nobody has mage hand, I don't think, so we're good.
There's no control over this.
Does Evelyn have mage hand?
No. No.
Good.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes, I think she does. Let's go look. I think she does. I think it's
Has she ever given a mage hand job?
you guys are fucked. I don't know.
I got you, Bash.
You're absolutely disgusting. She does have mage hand, you fuckers.
The lever magic commands you.
I've always
Don't do
pictured
the hand motion. Why did you do that? Why did you?
I've always pictured Mage Hand to be a giant hand. So that to me sounds very uncomfortable.
See, I always imagined it as like a ghost roll, like just spectral tiny hand. Like one of those
Yeah, that does
one of-
one specific task.
like one of those little hands on the stick things, you know? That's what I've always imagined mage hand.
I hate it here.
You know when your cursor turns into a hand?
Yeah.
That small?
No.
Again,
Technically,
very
mage hand
uncomfortable.
I think is 5 feet by 5 feet. So
Yeah, that's what
Above
I always
average.
picture.
Is it?
I think so. I think it
I
takes
think
up a square.
Ain't
Yeah.
no way.
I'll look at it.
If that's Big B's is like a 10 by 10, isn't it?
Yeah, but Big B's isn't like something that can only lift things up to 10 pounds. Big B's is like a high level spell.
Big B's hand job would be kind of scary. I don't know about mage hand though.
Oh my god.
Big B's
Got it.
hand, I feel like would just. It's like Hulk Hogan, you know?
Okay. It doesn't say that about mage hand, so I don't know. I am unsure.
Yeah, it just says a spectral floating hand appears at a point you choose within range. It doesn't give it a size. So I always imagine it's just like a normal human hand size.
I wonder if there's a format. How big is the mage hand?
Reddit, help us.
I don't think Reddit ever helps anything.
It got me and Sam onto the channel.
Like I said.
Thursdays
So I have a question
wouldn't
for
be
you.
the same.
I have a question
A
for you,
normal
Sammy.
size hand.
Sammy,
Yeah.
what made you want to run this game?
Well, to run this game, I just wanted to run it again because I really liked it the first time I ran it. I think it's one of the more well-written and sounded modules for WotC's publications.
Mhm.
And as for with the channel, I don't know. I just kind of wanted to take my test at DMing for a second game a week, and this was one of the opportunities I had, and I knew a Tuesday slot would be opening soon, so.
And look at us now on the Twitch.
Yeah.
Le Twitch.
Root
We
up.
made it. We growed it up, guys.
We're gonna be somebody.
We're gonna be the very best.
Wow.
Yeah.
And counterspell.
Counterspell the mage hands.
Jesus
Again,
Christ.
very uncomfortable.
What is happening? What is happening here?
The same thing that happens every week. We just do this before we start streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
That's true.
So what's the most memorable thing from the session for you guys?
Sister getting teleported to Waterdeep in the middle of the Thundercliffs.
That's
That was
fair.
Crazy.
I can't believe that happened.
I would say the ship fight is my most memorable thing. That was rough.
Really
That was
rough.
Scary.
Everything was fine until I got hit with that fucking fireball.
I almost got TPK'd. I didn't know if, as a player, I didn't know if I was supposed to do something like that. Like, we'll just leave. If you just let us go, we'll just leave.
That's always an option. Well, not
I will say
always.
you,
Then we came back and killed him.
You won your roll off against him by the hair on the chinny chin chin of Leah.
Rollies?
We did.
It was by like
rollsies.
1 or 2, I think, was what you beat the roll by. Otherwise, he was not going to let up, and that probably would have resulted in a TPK.
Yeah. I think Leo was almost dead.
Same.
I think I have 2 most memorable moments. One was the 63,
63. That was good.
which, yeah. And I think my second one was with the whole pregnancy thing with Sister, the 20-minute rant.
Amazing.
Because happened so well.
Like, you didn't even stutter step when you were. You let it all out.
It was like 20 straight minutes of this is what's
Yeah.
going to happen.
If I didn't hate watching myself, I would have totally gone back and rewatched that. Because I don't even remember what I said. It was so much.
It was a lot, yeah.
It's forever. It's forever.
So lots to
in a
unpack.
pod.
Yeah, but Kenzie's reactions to it all made it perfect. Like that would not have happened that way if Kenzie didn't play off it so well.
Not the table.
Oh man.
Your
Like, I
life
think-
is over. My whole life?
Like I think I had like one thing I was gonna say and then like maybe walk out, but how she reacted, I just kept going. It was just like, Kenzie, you did so good. I loved it.
Oh man. Well, I love a chance to trauma sister.
Oh, jeez.
I have to roll for sister to see how she's doing mentally, and man, she's rolling pretty well. I think the only time she failed was when Leah left, and it was a different time her fiance told her. But that was an actual serious no, and I think that's the only other time she failed her mental health checks.
It's fair.
I feel like
Emotional
Sister.
support, Leah.
I feel like Sister's gonna consider Danielle the worst, but only confidant in her world.
You're gonna tell her
Sister
straight,
likes
you're gonna tell her
Danielle
this.
because he tells her things that she doesn't know about. Like,
And he tells her straight.
How does she
Huh.
know that this is true, though? You could just be giving her BS.
so when it comes to, there are only some things she'll roll insight for when it comes to the party. She doesn't automatically, for most of the time she will just automatically believe you. But I
Which makes it
don't
even better.
roll it all the time.
The fact that she automatically believes us makes it so much better.
Yeah. Back to the question of what my favorite moment is. Again, I think my favorite moment is Leo leaving. It's my least favorite, but also my favorite moment. I don't know. It was fun to do. It's sad to see, but I don't know. It was the biggest. I think it was the biggest decision I had to make for the campaign. So I think that's why it's my favorite moment, but my least favorite.
I thought Danielle's favorite moment was going to be the wooden shaft and the cannonballs.
Oh my god.
Well, that's Wes's favorite moment.
That's all I feel.
That was another like 15-minute derail to get back on. track.
And then we got attacked by hammocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got attacked by
Yeah.
literal cloth, yeah.
Yeah. Kenzie, what about you?
That's hard. I think I think it was when Sister was gonna kill Arya.
Being a menace to society.
um, and it was when Arya hit her with like a level whatever thunder wave, and she failed the save.
During the vampire fight?
Yes. Because there aren't many situations where like my characters are like, I'm gonna kill a PC, but that one,
Well, it
that
happened like
time-
twice too.
yeah,
It wasn't just once.
like,
Shit you twice.
yeah.
Well, the second one I think was like a level 5, and I think you
Yeah.
failed the save, took all the damage, got knocked prone, and then the rogue came over and stabbed you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
After she witnessed Arya try to make a deal with him. So she was just, Sister was laying there on the ground, like, if I get out of this, I'm gonna kill her.
Who
That's why
Then
she
she
didn't feel
walked
bad about
away.
sucking Arya's soul in the ring.
Who actually ended up killing Arya, getting the kill on Arya? I don't remember.
Depends on what you count as a kill, because I technically hit her down like 3 times.
Who got
Yeah.
the
And then I think
final-
Sister hit her down, and then hit her with the ring, and then she
Yeah.
got sucked into the ring.
Okay. So it was Sister. So you did get your vengeance, I guess.
You know, I thought it was how many fireballs I've thrown directly onto Zagus. I'm surprised he doesn't want to kill Daniel.
To be fair,
think they
every
were
time you thrown it
justified.
on the Zagus, he told you to. It's not like he was like fighting a rat and he threw it on top of him.
I'm a fireball the
Oops.
room. I haven't told you how big it is. I don't care. I cast a fireball.
Like the perfect example is when we first showed up to Leylon and he was like 5 health, and there was like 7 cultists around him. And he's like, "Throw it,
Yeah, do
do
it.
it."
Do the thing.
And again, train wrecks, so he was all
And
for
to be
it.
fair, Danielle was the first person to down Zagus in a very long time.
He wears
doesn't
that
go
with
down
pride.
easy.
I think that's why he doesn't hate Zagus. It's because he realizes as uppity as Zagus can be, he's like I just want to get shit done. I don't care the cost.
Not here to play games.
Yeah, Daniel can look past the bullshit of
Yeah.
Zagus. Yeah, to see that, you know, at his core, you know, they kind of have the same ideal in the sense of like, we're not here to bullshit, we're here to get shit done.
That's fair.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Zagus do one thing and it's get close and swing.
Mhm.
Smite.
If I have smite slots.
Yeah.
Kitty.
It's pretty
Sister
crowded
has
tonight.
never run out of spell slots so campaign.
That's
I have plenty of
low-key kind of
times.
impressive.
2 fucking spell slots. I run out all the time.
But you do get them
It
back
doesn't
on
matter,
a
you got
short
Eldritch
rest.
Blast.
That's true. I look forward to level 11 when I get my 3rd spell slot.
Oh my goodness.
And you
And
get
you
your
get
first
3
Mystic
Eldritch.
Arcanum.
Mm-hmm.
3 Eldritch Blast too.
Yeah.
Pretty sure we're leveling up after this, right, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, right, Sam?
Time.
Do you
it's
guys want
almost
to
time. We
fight Tywin Leostar to level up?
Who?
The
Is
guy
that the
put-
pixie?
No.
That's
No,
this guy.
my fairy. I mean, Aslan is pretty nuts too.
Let's fight.
He kind of
Let's fight both the Tommies.
three-rounded sister.
Let's
Yeah.
fight both the Tommies. It'll buff.
Tommy Two Fingers would one-hit everyone in this party.
Is it two fingers or
wouldn't
two
one-hit.
butts?
Well,
Two fingers and
Fingers
two butts.
is another NPC, which if you ever play a gunslinger in any of my games, you'll get to meet both of them.
Okay. Understood.
Don't do it.
Don't
Don't make me do that voice. Don't make me do it.
What?
Sammy, what's your favorite moment?
Oh, Sister's teleportation to Waterdeep by far. I thought it was hilarious that, at that moment, she was kind of being the rock of most of the party. And just to take her away right before the evoker fight with the two hellhounds, which granted didn't last as long as I thought it was going to, because you dimension doored in. That was a fun moment. And then probably the 63 gold would be up there, because we joke about it almost every session, so...
Are we naming the party?
63s.
You guys are nameless.
63s?
The 63s.
63s. I feel like Sister would be like, we're the 63s. Like, she can't say it because she... It's just
The
forever
trauma.
scarred. Yeah.
We'll be called the Milk Chuggers. It's okay.
No.
Gallon of milk in 6.3 seconds. Let's go.
That's funny.
No.
But you gotta eat a banana first.
Oh,
I like
But you don't like
bananas.
bananas?
Have you never seen the
Both
banana
of
and
them
milk challenge?
together?
It almost
Oh,
always
no.
results in somebody throwing up.
You mean banana and Sprite?
It's milk too.
I
Why-
did just a milk challenge and I threw up.
Milk's hard to chug. It's more of a sip and drink.
Yeah.
It's like a smooth whiskey.
I
She's gonna throw up.
I can't believe
did
you guys
not
are just out here
that's a sip
drinking
and
milk.
drink.
I don't chug milk. It's a sipper. Deal with it.
It's just-
No. Absolutely not.
More of Sammy's hot takes on foods. Let's go.
Sir, no. We don't need that here. Danny types in chat, we're gonna fight.
Oh, just.
was like, oh,
Who? Oh, another one of my favorite moments. When
Who's-
yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
you mean the domino effect of
the
throwing
vomit
up?
throw up?
Yeah. Yep.
I also
Sister, hold it
like
together.
the Danielle getting absolutely trashed on the pig's arse ale and bonking his head all the way up the stairs.
oh yeah, that's when I punched Zagas. Huh?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
you said
You
the
ended up
Eldritch blast at me.
Eldritch blasting
yeah.
Zagus, and then he punched you to knock you out.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then I dragged you up the stairs, bonking your head on every step. Also,
you
getting
did.
porridge thrown at me by a guy who was going to get murdered 24 hours later was kind of funny, too. Like the Washington shooter, I should have just zigzagged.
Poor Toblin, man. You guys just bullied him.
I didn't do anything.
You guys bullied
He
the
had a
shit out
straw
of
doll.
Toblin.
He had a doll made out of straw that was after a Dabra. And he was
Oh.
slinging porridge on it.
That's okay.
All
So do
Sister
you
did was ask what a cuck was.
do you guys remember when we walked into a house and there were like dolls that looked like us? What were those?
Oh, in the
Woodland
orc
Mats.
hideout or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. What was that about?
Voodoo dolls.
That is still not a solved mystery in the campaign.
Hilarious.
I cannot disclose.
Oh shit. Because that was cool, but I was also like, how the heck and hack? What do we do about that?
What was sister's fiance's response to getting a letter about what's a cook?
And is he one?
I'll leave that up for you guys to decide.
Okay.
Obviously.
There's only one way to test that theory.
Did he know?
I'll take one for the team.
Come on, Zagus, you're usually the spotlight.
No.
Oh my god.
No. Trying to hit on me with a cult member? Nah, I'm good. The Goliath at the Wayside Inn.
Zagus has never had interaction
Hmm?
with a love interest.
You don't know that.
I'm
Did she
asking you.
die?
No, he hasn't. He's been in relationships, but he's never, done the deed.
Alexa?
Oh.
Oh, he's straight edge.
Chastity.
Fighting
Say-
until marriage.
That's
I
what
see.
that occasional ding sound is.
What? No, that's the mage hand.
Okay. You have to use mage hand because your real hand can't fit.
What?
Oh my word. Next question. Who has a list? My list is done.
My list
Who
is
has-
also
Jeff-
done.
Jeff, do you have a question?
Jeff, hit us with it.
Hit
afraid.
us with a question, Jeff.
I'm afraid whatever he's gonna ask.
Yeah, we haven't had nearly as many characters to talk about like Thursday's game because
Thursday is just
40 character deaths.
half of them are Ben.
None of his characters have died; they've all walked off.
Technically, some of them have died. Still alive. Well, Jeff,
Uh-oh.
thank you for the question.
Appreciate
Oh,
it.
Jeff wants to know what's a cuck.
Jeff,
Look it up. Google
I know
it.
you lying.
Sister
I know
knows
you
now.
lying, Jeff. Ain't no way.
I know
Yeah,
there
let's
was
have Sister
another
describe it.
question. I know that there was another question that sister asked, but I cannot for the life of me remember.
I know there was one question you guys had kind of collectively as a group, and I'm not sure if it's fully able to be discussed yet, but you said you were going to, I think, Alex, you wrote it down to ask, like, post-game. But I can't remember what it involved. It was a decision
I
you
wrote
guys
something
made.
down.
Yeah, it was early on in the campaign.
I know I did that for Horde, not.
What I thought it was this. I swear it was this. Oh, Jeff asked, "What's the most stressful moment as a player and character so far in the campaign?"
The boat. Hands down.
I would probably agree. The decision of like Leah being like, "We'll just leave. Please just let me take my friends and leave," and then that weaning on a roll, that was awful. Like I had to roll good, and I guess I just rolled just barely to keep everybody alive. Absolutely agree.
I missed that week, so I don't have as much anxiety over that as you folks do.
Man, that was so rough.
I did have a question about what happened to Adabra. She said it was said that she went to Waterdeep, but did she actually go to Waterdeep?
You motherfucker.
Well, I mean, the problem with that, Jeff, is you spelled her name
I
wrong
don't
in the
know
first
who
place.
That is. Yeah. Wow. Imagine fake fan. Fake fan. I can't. Guy.
Not my DM.
Someone take that.
Not
sword
my
away.
DM.
You also didn't capitalize the did, so I don't know what to tell you, man.
So that entire
If you wanna take
sentence
out-
that makes sense.
Anger on on Alex, just do it on his character, Umami, and none of the rest of us.
It's disrespectful that you just said that. And you know damn why that's disrespect. I know what the question was.
And as for Adabra, you don't know because you've never been to Waterdeep.
Did the Gnomengard garden or gnomes, the one guy that was married to the sheep herder, was he one person that fell to the mimic?
Oh. I hold on. I actually have to look that back up.
She said her husband was in Gnomengard, which was where one of our first quests was.
Yeah.
With that mimic and the insane prince or the king.
Yeah,
And we
two
asked her
insane
when the last
kings.
time she talked to her husband, and she said like 3 years ago.
Is that still your husband, man?
She's been herding sheep. Where was that at? Yeah, it was this one. Yes, her husband was the one that was killed by the mimic.
Rip.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Buddy.
Damn, who's gonna tell her?
Not me, because I don't know in character.
Max. Clearly no one in Gnomengard.
Question for Wes.
Mm.
Has Danielle had a love interest before? We were on that like weird topic with Zagus.
Yes.
Oh. Is that the only? That's all we get.
It didn't end well for him.
Oh.
Did they die?
No. I mean,
Did he kill them?
that is a fair question. No, he didn't. He didn't kill them. They didn't die. Well, per se. They no longer exist,
Oh.
but they were not killed, basically.
Is it something that they like bring back?
No. They're gone. Yeah, they're gone.
They went poof.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
I honestly thought you were gonna say sister's fiance.
No, that's who he wants to have relations with.
What is
right there?
your guys' favorite and least favorite NPC that you've come across?
Oh my god,
The town master was my least favorite.
Yeah, he was kind of annoying.
I really liked Don John.
I like the lizard folk.
So does sister.
Yeah, I was gonna say so does sister.
What is that even about? She's their queen? Oh, the queen of fight. Never mind. We talked about that, I think.
I feel like I lost that title.
Yeah, you've kind of lost like your last couple matches against some of the patrons.
You're the worst.
Facts. She doesn't even talk to that lizard folk.
I like that one lady at the inn outside of Leylon.
The barkeep?
Yeah, but was she the one that sister was like having a drinking contest with?
Yes. Marisha, I believe
her.
is.
Yeah, she was mysterious, and I thought it was cool. I'd say I liked her. My least favorite's Toblin for obvious reasons.
I liked the town master. Because he's just so fucking weird.
One gold at a time.
His brother died.
Yeah.
I wonder how.
Who's to say?
Nobody knows.
Sister does not like Griselda. He has a strong disdain for Griselda.
What's
Why?
She thinks Griselda is pretty rude. Um, in the way that she asks us to do things, despite the fact that we're the ones helping her. Um, Honestly, she does want to fight Griselda. She definitely wants to fight Griselda.
I'd pay to see
Is that a
that.
possibility?
And I changed my answer. My least favorite character or NPCs are the Neverwinter guards.
Mm. I mean, that's a given.
Yeah.
I also don't like the other cleric in Leyland.
Just because.
She has this "I'm better than you" disposition, and sister doesn't like it.
Maybe that's just sister.
The woman
Probably.
who cooks and cares for the orphans has a better than you disposition.
Sister doesn't like her.
Even if Leah was an orphan. She didn't like that. Is Leah
From
NPC
what sister
now?
understands, Waterdeep is way better at taking care of their orphans.
That is just not true, and it's disrespectful that you just said that.
Huh.
I said from what sister understands.
From what sister knows, but
Yeah,
out
you
of
know-
character.
Yeah, half of them are no longer orphans anymore. I wonder what they could possibly be. And the homeless population has decreased. And
Okay, Mondas.
Yeah,
weird.
Waterdeep's really shaping
weird, yeah.
up.
I will say, don't ever tell Danielle you do not like that cleric.
It's not something she would talk about.
Okay.
She doesn't
Well-
really tell. She doesn't share when she dislikes people.
Well, now that he's a little bit of a confidant to you, unless you want another soul in your ring, don't tell him.
Ooh.
She
That
didn't
would be an
even
interesting
share with
fight,
Leah
too.
when she disliked people.
Hmm?
Sister didn't even share with Leah when she disliked people.
Mm,
Nope. We never really got that point. So just somehow we just became like lewd. I think that was just because Leah liked the fact that you made her feel so important, and it felt real.
you made her feel like
Made
a
her
natural
feel like
woman.
less of an orphan.
Yeah.
You guys both made
Gave
the
her
same
a
joke.
feeling your parents could never give.
Yep. You guys, I hate all of you except for Kenzie, who's never made that joke. You've all made that joke, you fuckers. Hate all of you. God damn. Well, now she's gone forever, so.
No,
So everybody's first
She could
rogue is
come
an
back.
edgy orphan.
it's fair.
I don't think that she could. Not
She
at
could
least
try.
like not at least to like play as. I don't think I would play as Leah any. I don't know actually. I don't know.
I would 100% play my
Sam,
first
take your
character
NPC
again.
away. God damn it.
Take the NPC away. She doesn't want to play her. No. Just kill her off, please. Thanks.
Well, you heard it here
I would-
first.
Definitely.
Canon.
I can't wait for sister to cast that setting spell and not get a
Oh.
response. Oh my god.
Well, I mean, you know,
a man's
the
voice
orphan
comes back
population in
through.
Waterdeep is being helped.
I'm
Yeah.
actually kind of anxious to know what you would even and like how she would respond.
I can tell you the first message that sister would send along.
Your godmother.
Yeah.
I'm pregnant.
It's definitely. Hi, how are you? I'm pregnant.
What an opener.
Yeah. I don't know what the response would be at this point, to be honest.
How you been? Life's been crazy. I have a kid.
On the way.
If they ever
way.
become an orphan, one orphan to another, raise them.
Yeah, that's the one. Well, she wouldn't say one orphan to. Just, I would like you to be my kid's godmother.
You would say that all in one sending spell?
Yeah. Sister? Yeah.
Not quite.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
Maybe like 2 or 3.
At least one. Maybe one. I'm excited to see how that'll play out. 'Cause I don't
Oh, I can. Yeah, I can send that all in one message.
Jeez. Oh man.
Assuming Lee is alive.
Yeah, assuming.
Yeah. Sure.
Big assumptions.
Or if she's even on the the same plane of existence.
Well, there's only a 10% chance.
Yeah. That failed on Sunday.
Yeah, well, when you put bad energy into the air, things happen.
That's true.
I guess kind of as a final wrap-up question, for me anyways, would be what is one thing you guys are looking forward to the most coming into the new year, either with this campaign or looking forward to the next one, or just something that you're most looking forward to D&D campaign related for Tuesday nights?
I'm looking forward to seeing how everyone's story ends.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. I want to know the multiple endings that are about to happen.
I think I would love to do another one of these when the campaign ends to talk about that stuff, because I feel like we're gonna have a lot we're gonna want to talk about.
Oh,
And I mean, everything's off the table then, too. So.
Yeah, it's
exactly.
full disclosure. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there potential that like any of these characters would move on to the next one?
No,
That's fine. I was just curious.
because well, we're going to be running Salt Marsh next, and that's a level. It's very similar to Yawning Portal in terms of the way it's ran, just more of a at sea / on the coast basis rather than through a magical teleportation hole in the middle of a tavern in Waterdeep.
It's not teleportation.
Yeah. I'm very
It kind of
excited.
is,
I'm very excited.
but
I want to start playing again right now.
Well, get on the table.
Only one such DK.
I do. I gotta live up to the sponsors.
There's only been one TPK on this channel before, and me and Sam were a part of it.
Yeah.
You'll love to see it.
Especially if it was an orphan. I can make the orphan jokes now because Evelyn's not an orphan. So
How we know? She'd be lying.
I do probably speculate right around the beginning of February or sometime in February will probably be when this campaign wraps to a close. Because you guys are going into the last, I believe it's the last one. No, there's 2 things left to do in this book, and then you're on the last book.
nice.
Sammy, what is your favorite? Or what are you looking forward to, I should say?
The TPK.
The inevitable one.
No, I'm
TPK
curious to
never happened.
see. Knowing how the final fight goes and a couple things within the final book and how they happen, I'm curious to see, 1, how the party copes with a couple of the things that happen, and 2, if they're able to actually overcome what is to come. The greater evil.
Do we have a good enough comp for this?
I mean, technically the last group did have a good comp, just the players were 2 of them were really new and didn't really understand what to do.
Great. It's all you guys. Well, I'll sit back here.
There was just some questionable decisions made by a cleric.
Believe me, I understand.
Sister.
Who's no longer going to be.
But yeah,
Will I be
definitely.
sister
Will
now?
looking
sister
forward to it.
retire?
Yeah.
Find out on your next episode.
I know a cleric that makes very questionable decisions.
Can you get in contact with this cleric?
I guess if I wanted to.
Cool. Future reference.
Just bring enough booze.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you bring enough booze and I'll be able to call anybody you want.
You call me maybe?
Even Damon?
Yeah. At that point, I'll be drunk enough to talk to anybody.
You can talk
You
to
guys
the
wanted
dead.
to speak with Damon. Why didn't you just say so?
Because you're just gonna kill him and put him into your ring.
I already did.
His soul's still there.
Is it?
Yeah?
No, I'm joking.
Oh, you look
Let
like
me
you
just
think
add something onto the map.
She's like, is it? Then whose grave did I pick?
That's a good point. What's stopping Sister from just going to a graveyard and being like, hey, I'm done now?
I mean, nothing.
Grave robbing? Going against, I don't know. Your alignment?
Nah.
Is grave robbing evil or chaotic?
Yeah!
Grave robbing is
It's like-
definitely evil.
I mean, when you put it that way.
I don't like the logistics of what's considered evil.
You're disturbing
I can say a
the
questionable
bodies at rest.
morality,
Nah.
but I don't think that's inherently evil. I think that could be a neutral. I think it's
Name
definitely
one
chaotic.
good reason why you would dig somebody's grave.
They
To
can't
see the
dig it
body.
themselves.
What did you say?
They can't
Their
dig it
body?
themselves.
Maybe it needs to be re-examined.
By casting a necro spell on them?
Okay, you're
Speak of
not
dead, yeah.
grave robbing if you're digging a body back up to re-examine it. Grave robbing
Sister's
is
gonna
like
have a new job.
defiling somebody's resting place to gain profit of your own good.
Man, you really want to be smited by the Raven Queen. I got you.
Jeez. She knows no limits.
It's crazy.
Imagine.
That's tough.
Does Sister understand the assignment?
Become
Does
evil.
she?
You were supposed to destroy the Sith, not join them.
You were the chosen one.
I loved you like a brother.
I think if Sister did become evil, she wouldn't. I don't think she would knowingly become evil, if that makes sense. There are only certain situations where she'd become
You grave rob.
Yeah.
evil.
You know what you're doing. It's not
I-
like they're just random bodies on the, the field that you're just like, oh, I'll take that soul, take that soul.
this
You're
one's
going to
mine.
a graveyard with a shovel.
Fine. I will go to a place of conflict, and when the war happens and finishes, I will just take the souls in the body.
What if you die in the war?
Oh, no, I'm gonna let them do the thing. What? I'm just gonna wait for them to finish.
She's not gonna
It's like-
fight. She's just gonna watch.
Pulls up a lawn chair on the side of the hill and like, kicks it back.
She's a war cuck?
Oh my god.
And Danielle would 100% join you for that.
That would be a good little. Let me see something. Let me look at some spells.
These wars are just fought in like hours.
Battles? What? If I go to a battle and like say 100 people, 100 less people, I don't have to kill myself.
It's true.
Just get spell snipers, so when you see somebody fall in battle, you can just toll the dead them from a few hundred feet away.
Yep. Or
Jesus.
and once the battle is over, I could just walk around with spirit guardians, collect souls that way. What?
You're sitting
Well,
here
we're
telling
really
me
trying to,
Sister's
like-
not OP?
XP farm this, aren't we?
I don't know how many souls Sister has left. I'm pretty sure it's still a lot.
If it helps for Sister, Danielle's, Eldritch Blast is like 150 feet, or almost 300 feet, something like that. So you don't need Spell Sniper. He'll do it for
She has
you.
the invocation. I think it's 300.
Yeah, he'll do it for you.
Whew.
If I can get a teleport spell, that'd be fantastic.
Spell scrolls
And
are pretty
Chewie
nice.
wants clerics to have like
They-
every spell and every hit die.
Oh, I don't need the teleport spell myself. What?
I just need an arcane gate.
Dang, I don't have a teleport spell. I was like, oh, I think I have one. Nope, I can
I have a teleport
telekinesis
spell.
myself. Yeah, don't you? Isn't it Misty Step? Yeah.
Technically, yeah.
Haha.
How is that?
I don't know.
I think that was one of Sam's patients leaving the mental asylum.
They were good to go.
I get some really cool 6th level spells.
There are some cool 6th level spells out there.
Yeah, after we level up, we might be
Can't wait
able
to
to
take
get 'em.
Hero's Feast.
I can't wait for that either.
Read the component for Hero's Feast.
Don't read it.
I hate this spell.
A 1,000 gold piece gem encrusted bowl that is consumed upon casting the
I
spell.
mean, it's basically like the Hallow spell.
Why are cleric spells so fucking expensive?
Because you work for the church and the church makes money.
Fair.
I don't
Yeah.
have a church to work at.
You were trying.
I'm gonna have to go to Waterdeep like every day. I'm so tired.
Well, she's pregnant now.
Just get a sugar daddy. Oh wait, you already have one. It's called Alucard.
You don't want me to do the things that he wants me to do.
I do.
I do.
Sister already knows what it
Evelyn
is.
doesn't care. Evelyn doesn't care.
For her to get something else, she has to do. She does.
Game respects game. If killing Zagus gets you 20,000 gold, I really can't blame you.
Killing Zagus would have gotten her a new weapon for Lee. Could you fucking
How
imagine?
well that would have
Could
done.
you
Could you
fucking
imagine you got her a weapon and then she left?
You come back the
Just
next
fucking
day and
gone.
she's gone. You're like, oh, okay.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. Just leaves you a note. It just says thanks. Thanks.
I would have screamed. I would have screamed.
Luckily, you didn't do that
Yeah.
Yet.
yet.
Alucard has more tempting offers.
Alucard just needs to get off my ass, huh?
Who
Didn't
got on
you
whose
start
ass
it?
first?
I didn't start it.
Bruh.
Look at that.
do you mean?
Smiled a little bit. You're
Bruh.
you're a liar.
I messaged the council and then figured out he was on the council. How is that my fault?
Liz, oh, you should do what Sister does. She also found out he was on the council. She
Yeah,
just
after I
never
told you.
replied. Yeah, she just never replied.
She left him on red.
She got a message in her head, said stop snooping, and what did she do? She stopped.
I stopped snooping too.
That makes me want to snoop more, though. I want to know.
There's a lot to learn. And y'all didn't want to go to Neverember. Just think.
Fuck that
Could
guy.
have been so much
Oh please,
better.
Neverember probably is Alucard.
That'd be a joke and a half.
That'd be so funny.
Masked Lord of Waterdeep, Lord of Neverwinter. I mean, building that resume.
Yeah, Sister really does what he does.
I'm gonna send Durnan on Alucard's ass.
I'm just gonna ask.
Durnan will get his
She's
shit
just
rocked.
gonna ask him.
Do it. Ask.
Mm-hmm.
What
Did you hear that,
what do
Jeff?
you do every day? Can't wait for that.
What's your actual job, though?
Helping.
Like, my job is to be an adventurer, but like, what do you do?
Now a mom.
Yeah.
Adventurer mom.
No, those don't work together.
They can. Especially when
Nope.
you have a dad who's at home, from what I understand.
To watch
Yeah, leave the kid with Alucard. Let's go.
Oh wow, that
What
thing's
a
gonna be
great
a freaking terror.
idea.
He's gonna be a lich with a Bjorn and it's gonna have a baby in it. He's-
I'm
Okay,
all
I'm
for
not
this
gonna leave
idea.
it.
We're gonna start the rise to lichdom quicker than expected. I see.
He's a lich with one of like the animal backpacks with like the the leash on it.
Now, when you say rise to lichdom, the baby has nothing to do with that, right?
Oh
You
my
don't know.
God.
My lips are sealed.
Let me tell you, the descent of sister will come fast.
I mean, I don't think he's really scared because he did see you get your ass kicked by a 8-inch tall fairy wizard.
Yeah.
Who collected your hair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Collected a piece of hair and added it to its tuxedo.
So fucking weird.
To your tuxedo.
Listen.
She was very emotional, okay?
She was
I
also
just didn't get
stunned
a
and blinded.
Yeah.
That's true. I
Ah,
don't even think you got one shot in.
no.
Could have.
Fucking intelligence saves, man. I have a +0.
No about power word kill.
Hey, I restrained from using power word kill.
I
Why?
saw it on the spell list.
For what? Oh, for my...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he had it.
He has it, he just didn't use it. Psychic Scream is so much better.
Yeah, but like you could have just killed her in turn.
No, she has over 100 hit points. I think.
No, she
Man.
doesn't.
Never mind. I guess I could have. I am mistaken.
Kenzie's smug ass face right there. She wasn't gonna say anything.
Let him believe it.
I don't meta the hit points in fights. I didn't know.
I don't.
What?
You said sister should take the tough feat next.
You do you.
Would this still even get you above 100? Let's see what your health
Yeah,
is.
I'm at 92.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
You'll be above 100 next time anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'd be at 100 rolled in.
Let me tell you though, about this fighter I'm building. Are you saying I can't be a human variant?
I do not
Yes.
have power word kill.
What's
Psychic
wrong with
kid.
human variants?
Uh,
I just want
There's a
I-
reason why we start with a feat at first level.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I just want 2 feats at first level.
That's not how that
No.
works.
Oh, fine. I will settle for.
You can be a base Uman.
The base Uman.
A base Uman.
Listen, I mean, fighters get ability score increases like every way, so. I just want to be level 11 by the time she comes, so I can get 3 attacks.
Nope.
Wait, is
No.
that your sister's cousin?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
3 attacks.
Nice.
And 4 feats. Maybe. Might have to take some ability. But we'll see. We'll see.
Nice.
One can
And
only
defeat-
wait.
I can tell you, I might change it. 'Cause I have one, but she was durable, dual wielder, and the tough.
Nice.
She's gonna be a 4. I've never played a fighter though. She probably won't be able to do shit.
Make it a gunslinger.
What I was trying to do was dual wield great weapons.
What?
That's hard.
That's
Impossible.
Axes in
Impossible.
hands.
But no. I'm just gonna do something with my offhand. So I technically do get 3 attacks,
Mage.
but No. But level 11, I get 4 attacks.
Plus action surge.
Plus action surge. And
5.
there's also my maneuver.
No, action surge will give 6 attacks base at level 11. You get to take a whole nother round of attacks.
Jeez, Leah was slacking on the fighter class here. Jeez. That stinks. But that's awesome.
So the whole
High-level
point about
fighters are actually pretty gross.
Yeah, fighters are just supposed to get up there and dish out a lot of attacks.
High level fighters at the highest level probably deal the most damage out of any martial class.
They get 8 attacks, and if you play champion fighter, you can crit on 18 to 20, so...
Jeez. So you're doing that, right?
Hmm?
So you're doing that.
I was going to be a battle master. Battle masters are my favorite
Battle
kind
Master's
of...
pretty good.
Yeah.
They're fun. They add a little more
That's what Leah
versatility.
was.
You know
took
that
a battle
superiority die?
master, like
Superiority
feat or
die that Leah had?
something.
Oh, yeah.
Because you weren't quite
It's what
high enough
battle
level
masters.
for earning your... You weren't 3rd level yet, or 2nd level whenever fighters get their archetype.
Right.
It's
She's 2nd
3rd.
level now, though. Just so you know.
Yeah. But I think you had a feat
After
that gave
this.
you a battle master trick.
No, because Leah left and then we leveled up. So Leah leveled
We know,
up.
but she's
and...
going to be 3rd level after this.
Oh, yeah, right after this. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Which I think I still
3rd
need to...
level?
do I
Yeah,
need to
sure.
roll for
3rd
today?
level? No, not today.
No, okay.
3rd level in fighting.
Nope, no
She's-
rolls
no.
today.
Okay, thank God.
Which,
Hammocks.
speaking of games, our next one will be on the 4th of January.
Yay!
It'll mark
Right.
the 1-year anniversary.
Woo! That's actually
We're going to
cool.
get TPK'd on the anniversary.
Yeah, probably.
One can only
I
hope.
should leave sister at home.
One can only hope, he says. Yep.
Oh, I have one last question. How did Alucard know she was pregnant before she was pregnant?
I mean, take a guess.
I feel like scrying tells you a lot of things. That's not one.
You have 2 cursed items on you. You have a full permanent scry. I mean, he turned your hand to skeleton.
Or you could have just saw that you were acting weird.
Was she acting weird?
You went immediately to the fighting pit.
She did that before she was pregnant.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Once. Then you got your hand turned into a skeleton, so you probably figured out whenever he did that to your body, maybe. What
Turned
happens
my
if
hand
her...
into a skeleton first?
What if she turns into a whole skeleton and she just has like a newborn and it's just not a skeleton?
That's tough. Just don't drink and you won't have to find out.
So,
Execute Order 66.
can sister never drink ever, or is it just while she's pregnant?
What if sister's just stuck in a state of pregnancy?
Holy moly, that would...
Bro.
That would be terrible.
That would be absolutely terrible.
A fate far worse. Oh my
Than
god.
Death.
Far worse than death.
Yeah.
So if one was to detect thoughts on a fist...
Does it have to be someone you see?
well,
What if you detect thoughts on someone who when
Who are we detecting thoughts on?
Okay, so what if Evelyn decided to detect thoughts on sister while Alucard was talking to sister? Would she hear Alucard too?
I don't know.
You really shouldn't try to detect thoughts from sister. You're not gonna get anything that's worth
Technically,
I meant-
Alucard isn't your thoughts.
any. You wouldn't
Let
get
me-
anything. He could be.
oh, well, you don't know what Evelyn...
Sister is just Alucard.
It's plot
She's a
twist.
Horcrux.
Twist.
Explains everything.
I just never want to have to put into words
you say? You cut out.
Oh, I never want to put into words what sisters.
Oh. Well, I'm about to
I'm not,
detect some
you
thoughts.
want to believe this, right? But you cut out again immediately when.
Oh.
I think she said she doesn't want to have to put into words sister's thoughts.
Yeah.
What if she's just like a completely different person with what she thinks? Like this nice
It's-
bubbly person on the outside, and inside she's like, these fucking people. I hate it here.
It just her thoughts almost never have anything to do with what's really going on around her.
Squirrel?
Well,
Oh,
on that note, since we're almost at 10 already, I'd say we'll go ahead and call this evening's little discussion, which is normally our pre-game discussion, essentially.
Yeah, when are we gonna go live?
Just more chaos, though.
Yeah,
This is like an
yeah,
extended
this is
version of
extended,
pre-game.
Definitely. Go ahead and call a session there for the evening. Was fun talking about some of the campaign stuff, learning what your guys' thoughts were and some backstory information, and definitely look forward to seeing it all play out into the game. Next week, I don't think very many of the channel shows are going to be going live. Duff wants a dark week so everybody can have a time with the family, time from recuperating from family visits, and etc., etc. If a show does go live, just pay attention to the Discord. It is up to the DM's discretion on whether that happens or not. I can tell you, we will not be live on Tuesday, the 28th, for a game, and we will be returning the 4th of January, 2022, in the new year for our 1-year anniversary. Quick shout out to our sponsors here with the channel. We've got Total Party Kill Games that make all sorts of cool dice and books and all your D&D needs that you could ever possibly want. And also the Druid's Den, which is Mama Prater's endeavor, where she's got all your apothecary and spell-like needs. And you can find that at thedruidsden.com. With that being said, I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas, has safe travels for those that are traveling this holiday season. And does anybody have anything they need to plug or want to say?
Merry Chrysler.
I think we've said
Merry
enough.
Christmas.
Fair.
I'm a snake.
Slipper snake. Alright, we'll see everybody in the new year. Have a good evening and good week.
Bye.
Bye.
Happy holidays.